Hopping in that pocket like a cockpit, Aaron Rodgers this year. I shine the shadows of these giants, need somebody bigger. Way that I deliver, melt your maker, so return to sender. Ain't no fender bender when I wreck it, ain't no need to check it. Burning up at Maui while we leaf look like a laser weapon.
We all want peace, we all need love. Can I get some respect and a little money? Yeah, can't you see me? I'm maxed out, but you was being selfish, now we mad now. You pressing on my buttons, then I act out. Play the blame game, now we all tapped out. But I ain't tryna. Told about camping and she asked, can she bring a friend? Now I might go and pitch it for his goods tent. Took a little jump out the boat, just swim. Might slide to New York, go hiking in some Temps.
We back again though. ODD, POD, MARC.
Do mine for me, cause I seen the mess up.
Then,
Apologize.
hey, you know we got somebody, we know we got a guest with us, somebody very special. Known him for a grip. His music elevates with every release though, man. He's such a vibe, by his own standards. If it ain't, he's gonna add some spice to it. He's adopted by Cali, but born and raised in Kentucky, man. From the KY, not the holla. You feel me? I go to the hills, riding with the top down. I'm in the Ville, pop in, pop out.
I might go to the hills, riding with the top down. I'm in the Ville, pop in, pop out.
40216 is on. Southern Terrace with the Baskin Robbins was there. Quit playing with me. You feel me? Louisville Leopard Zone, DuPont Manual Zone, Middle Tennessee State Zone. He's a fellow Leo. But like I said, whether he's carefully curating bass lines or his Juice brand by way of his Never Pressed creative collective, whether he's turning out bars about wearing his art on his sleeve or turning it into action with his clothing brand Forrestt Goods, an outdoor lifestyle brand created to inspire communities of color to explore and connect with nature, found in style, community, and adventure while giving back through local initiatives and partnerships. It's our man, Forrestt. What is good, dog?
Appreciate that intro, real. It's fire. What's going on?
Yeah, man.
For sure. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, for sure, man. Start out getting into it, man, for people who know your music, but they probably want to know more about Forrestt. How would you describe your upbringing? We know you from the Ville, but where do you hail from specifically?
So yeah, I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, mainly like in Shively. Like a lot of my early childhood I grew up in Shively. My mom and my dad, he ended up moving to the West End, like right in between Chickasaw and Shawnee Park. And then my mom, later on, she moved a little bit outside of Shively, like right on the edge of PRP. Like my grandparents still like live in Shively to this day. So, you know what I'm saying? From like Chickasaw, Shawnee Park, all the way up to, you know what I'm saying, Cameron Road, Dixie Highway, Algonquin Parkway, that whole region. That's mainly where I grew up from.
Now, we don't got to put this all in the interview, but now, you know my peoples, my grandfather, he lived on Elgin for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He lived, now, if I'm not mistaken, it would be a couple houses down from your peoples on the same side of the street, the house with the big old huge garage. That was my grandfather's.
That's your granddad?
Yeah, man. He lived there all the way up till it caught on fire. Man, when was that? When was I at middle school? So that's when he moved. But man, you know your auntie Don used to babysit my daddy.
I didn't know that. That's hard.
Crazy.
Bro, that's how small the world is, bro. That's how small the world is. Doing the research and stuff, I'm like, let me show my parents, see what they, show them your music and stuff. They was feeling it, bro. They was feeling it. I showed them Metropolitan and my pops was like, is that the railroad tracks right there? You feel me? I was like, yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, so I was like, it's such a small world. For people who don't know, we went to high school together. Me and him never really got to talk about it, but by the time I figured out he was in college, blah, 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 but I just had to tell you that I'm like, it's a small world. So when you asked, I was like, I got to get him talking about Shively first before that'd be my segue into it. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's probably passing each other that better way. You feel me? All your references, that's why they so fire to me, bro.
Nah, yeah, you know them all, because like a lot of shit that I talk about, bro, is literally like that area of town. It's really just like those blocks, you know what I'm saying? From like a better way to Elgin way, you know what I'm saying? So.
Bro, 40216 interlude. He got Dominique Dillard on that mug. DJ Dixie Highway and shit, and he's naming everything off. That is so dope, dog.
Yeah,
Like you going
literally.
down memory lane, or like he's
Yeah.
taking you through Shively. You feel me? So it's just
Some
that's a
real
dope.
Louisville shit.
Yep, Louisville Easter egg shit. Like if you know, you know. And it's
Mhm.
crazy because it's 40216 Rashad, and I'm like, it reminds me of 50216.
Right.
Our
Right.
Cleveland connection, our 216 boys. So that's why I was
Okay.
like,
Okay.
That's crazy.
oh man, but I had to get that out the way, man.
That's
So
what's up. That's what's up. Nah, that's a crazy connection right there. I'm not gonna lie.
I know he's probably gonna be like, he's a secret agent or something. I don't trust this.
Bro, you just named like 3, 4 different connections throughout y'all's lifetime. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man. That is crazy. Nah, Elgin Way's a special place, man, for me too. So that's why it's all dope, man. Cause I'm like, I halfway grew up there too, you feel me? On the
Mhm.
weekends that is. Every other weekend, shit.
The first memory of like my parents that I have is like them getting divorced type shit. So like my childhood, like I was living like, you know what I'm saying, either with my mom or my dad's house, going back and forth. So when my parents split up, my mom, she ended up getting a house literally right across the street from my grandparents' house. Uh
Okay.
so we lived there
Damn.
up until I was in like I think fourth grade. We moved out like right outside of Shiley and PRP, but we would always spend all the summers at my grandma's crib because they got a pool in the backyard and shit. So we was just over there every day.
Okay. Okay. Yes, y'all had the pool in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yes. I would think people would be like, was he an outdoor kid or something? Like, where'd that come from? Like, two things. Like, where did Forrest come from? I know, but and then were you an outdoor kid?
Yeah, so Forrest, that's my middle name. Um, no, everybody like growing up, they always knew me as Mace. But uh Forrest, I just decided to go by the name once I started getting more serious with music, just cause number one, I used to hate that name when I was a kid. Like I'd be you know what I'm saying, in class, and like when we get a substitute teacher, they read off the attendance, and I'm the first name on there. So I don't know how they had the name structured on the list, but they would always say my middle name first before my first name, and they would be like Forrest, and like you would joke on me because my name is Forrest, because around that time, some Forrest Gump came out, so they would run the Forrest Gump
My,
jokes.
my,
Yeah, new tree sprouting up. Back then I used to run from it. Jokes flying around the class saying shit like run for us. Don't
my
Yeah.
gosh.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
God.
But so I used to hate it when I was growing up, but then just as I got older, I was just like, "Nah, this name actually."
I was cracking up when you had your interview with Don, and she was like, "Yeah, that's what we used to tease him. We used to call him. He used to hate it.
Yeah.
He used to hate it."
You know what I'm saying? So,
That was hilarious.
yeah, bro. So just as I got older, I graduated school, and then I just wanted to start putting out music, like first as a producer, and through high school and college, like I was going by Mace God as a DJ, and I just kind of realized I'm like, I don't get a real ones know. But I didn't want to be like 60 years old, 50 years old, being called Mace God. So I'm just like, all right, let's just switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
pretty
decided
funny.
to go by Fords. But to answer your second question, yeah, I feel like I was definitely outdo this kid. Like, especially like, when you born in the 90s, bro, like we didn't have like phones and shit. For real, especially like to the capacity of it is like how we got now. Like we had the PS2
Right.
or like the Xbox and some shit. But for the most part, bro, we outside.
yeah. Are you really outside? Outside. Outside.
And I feel like a lot of my time was spent being outside on Elgin Way, like going around the block. That was like this it's not an alley, but it's like a big patch of like grass behind my mom's crib, and we would just be back there goofing off, like just doing like whatever, or like going up and down the railroad tracks and shit. So, and then I was also a Cub Scout. I went to Boy Scouts. Like Boy Scouts started in
Mm,
like middle school, but my dad he put me in Cub Scouts when I was in elementary school, and like I said, I got into camping and stuff. So yeah,
that's
that's kind of the
crazy.
start of that.
So you still use some of your scouts knowledge?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm still outdoors. Like I just went to Joshua Tree this past weekend. I feel like now that I've been out here in California, like there's so many national parks and just like spots to go. So like I definitely try to take advantage of that and get outdoors as much as I can.
Definitely.
Branding is tough. Like, just you talking about how decided to embrace the name Forest, and then it all came together for you. Like,
Yeah.
you outdoors, you're a Cub Scout, like you love, that stuff and the branding. I'm watching your videos. I'm seeing like just the Forest logo, like it connects. So that's dope.
Yeah, nah, thank you, bro. Like really the way it came together was super seamless. Like I would have never like pictured this, you know what I'm saying, even 10 years ago. Like, cause it was still amazing out that shit then. But uh once like I feel like once I got out of Louisville and just kinda got out here, I feel like once you get away from, like, things that you're familiar with, you kinda just are able to grow, like, more into yourself and, you know what I'm saying, really just tap into, like, where your interests are, and California was, like, one of the best places for me to, like, discover a lot of that stuff, and it reminded me a lot of the things that I was doing when I was a kid, like going camping, like, with my dad and with Boy Scouts and stuff, and just like expanding onto that. And I kind of realized like what being outdoors does for me personally. And I know a lot of times I'll be asking people like, hey, let's go camping, like trying to go camping with me. And like a lot of folks would be turned off for it because they would deem it as like some white people shit or something. But eyes, I'm like, man, we the people that like started like, come on now, like just
Right.
black people in general, or we didn't even gotta take it to race, just humans in general. Like we've always been inside. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never been like a black or a white thing. It's just been a human thing of like being outdoors. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of hip properties just like being out there.
For sure. Like I haven't been, but like that's one thing I've always keep saying. Like I want to go camping, and I'm serious about it. Like I want to gather, some of my people and be like, let's like really do it like one time at least. But
Mhm.
also, you moving from like Louisville to California, they got all those national parks. I don't think people understand. Louisville's a city, and out there, I feel like you just got more room to breathe. Like, and
Yeah.
they don't understand what like being outdoors does, seeing trees instead of buildings, and like hiking, and that like it changes like your view.
How would you describe what it does for you? Like, how would you like? What effect does it have on you that you notice? Tangible effect.
To me, it's just like being able to unplug. Like LA is such a fast paced city, anyways,
Mm,
and coming from an environment like Louisville where like it's still a city, but it's a lot slower than it is out here. You know what I'm saying? Like out here, you got 4 to 5 lanes on the highway. Both, you know what I'm saying? It's just three. Feel me? Um, from the hours of 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. I don't care what highway you touch or what street you touch, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're gonna
I
hit some
know.
traffic, like, and that's not always the case in Louisville. You're gonna get the rush hour traffic, but after what, 6 p.m., it's died back down. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but just like facing that on a day-to-day basis and just like, the struggles it is like maneuvering through a big city. I don't know, I feel like you have to have, like, some type of thing to, like, unplug from all of that. Whether it is going on a quick hour hike or 30-minute hike, or taking a couple of days or even just a day and hitting a campsite and being disconnected from the world for a second. Because a lot of these campsites I go to, like, you don't even have any service, so, like, there is no option to get on your phone and get on social. It's just literally taking in, like, your surroundings and being present. So, I think when you have your phones and just, like, dealing with, like, your daily tasks on the day, like, it's easy to, like, not be present in the day, and I feel like you kinda lose a lot of like the precious moments that like life has to offer when you're consumed with what happened yesterday or what's about to happen tomorrow or just like stuff that's like in our devices versus like taking all that stuff away and just being present with nigga 6:07 or whatever time it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it does for me. It just allows me to be present, be still, and kind of just like work things out, whatever I'm going through in my head. Like I might just need to disconnect and go on a hike and just kind of work things out. I talk to God, meditate a little bit, and then keep it pushing.
That's real shit. I do it throughout my. I'll be at work if I can just get 15 minutes. I'll throw some, even if it's just throwing some earbuds on and some meditation music or just something like that, whatever form of reset it is. But yeah, have definitely having some of the greatest parts of Mother Nature at your disposal to do so has to be, you gotta take advantage of it, right?
Absolutely.
It's just like I got to. But it's beautiful though, because I'm sure a lot of people picture LA and they're just kind of like, just city, hustle and bustle. Like you said, traffic, this and that. But people don't think about it. You can step away. There's some beautiful scenery right around the way. So no, it's dope.
You been to Burnham?
Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first locations that I camped at when I was a Cub Scout. Like that's
Mm,
like that spot is like etched into my brain because that's one of the first spots we went to. So yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
been out there.
I
dope
love
spot for
Burnham.
sure. Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
the best spots we got around here for sure. Just to back it up, we know about, Mace the Cub Scout. How did the from a Cub Scout to a leopard? How did where do your before that, where do your musical roots even begin? Somebody in your family, just the vibe, did you grow up with music just flowing around you all the time?
Yeah. Really a few spots. I feel like I guess like gene wise, I get that from my granddad for sure. Like my granddad is not an artist keyboard player, like this pianist that I know and had never had a
Mm,
lesson in his life. It's all self taught. You know what I'm saying? And
dope.
he'd sit down and go crazy on blues for hours. You know what I'm saying? And I think growing up, just like sitting next to him on the piano originally just like as a kid before I even like joined Leopards or even like started taking piano lessons or anything like that. I would just like sit next to him and try to just play with him and he'll try to teach me whatever he's doing. But he definitely piqued my interest in just music in general. Just doing the church, like every time I went to church, I would always just like stare at the drummer like the whole time or stare at the woman player. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even worry about nothing else is going on. I'm trying to I roll up the programs that you get at church, I'm playing against the pews at the church, kinda like, mimic what I'm seeing. So, that was definitely, like, the start, and then my mom, she put me in piano lessons in, like, 1st grade. I did piano lessons up until probably 3rd grade, and 3rd grade is when I joined the Leopards 'cause, they used to be based out of Martin Elementary over there off, Vermont, like, literally right next to
Okay.
Park.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was literally you had to go to that school to be in Leopards, but then they ended up branching out because they used to be called the Fabulous Leopard Percussionists. But then once they branched out of that school, that's when they turned into the Louisville Leopard Percussionists. And my cousin Megan, she used to be the Go to King Elementary, and she was in the group and everything. So we would always pull up to their concerts and stuff. I always wanted to be in
Mm,
it. But once they
mhm.
opened it up to, the Louisville Leopard percussionists, and my mom, you know what I'm saying, found out the information on how to get involved. I went to a rehearsal with with Alex, my cousin, Ludes, and shit, and my sister, they took us all three in. And ever since then, I went through there from 3rd grade to 6th grade. So
Now,
that was
what
one of
were
the biggest things that like changed my life. Like celebrities opened my eyes and doors to like possibilities that you could take it with music. Like just things that like a lot of kids I feel like or just people in general like don't really get opportunities to. And I feel like I'm very blessed to be able to have that experience, especially at a young age, because it just showed me that hey bro, we can do anything. You know what I'm saying?
now were y'all playing at, like, I know outside y'all's recitals, but, like, were y'all playing, like, with or for anyone in particular? Were y'all traveling? Like, because y'all seem renowned around the city, but, like, what makes Louisville Leopards special, you know?
So what makes Little Leopards special, first off, I gotta give credit to the director, Diane Downs. She's just like an
Okay.
amazing human being in general. She's the one who had the vision from the jump and who's still like pushing it to this day. Like she still gives me opportunities to this day. I still go back and teach the summer camps every year. So first off, just giving credit to her. And
Okay.
then second off, it's just like providing a space for kids to literally just be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Especially growing up in there, like it was a super diverse group of kids. It was, you had black kids, white kids, Asian kids, Hispanic
Mhm.
kids. Like it was just a melting pot of youth. And I don't know, like especially like growing up in Louisville, you don't always get that mix. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and I think just allowing that space for kids to, number one, socialize in that type of dynamic, and then also just learn all type of genres of music from jazz to bossa nova to, Latin music to, rock to you know what I'm saying, soul music. Like we were literally playing everything. So um rhythms that like I wouldn't be too privy on, like, or I would just now be learning like in my like 20s or just learning in high school. But like traveling aspect, like we would definitely be performing uh around like spots in Louisville. One year we traveled to Chicago and performed at this jazz conference up there. But the one that like really took it there is we got invited to perform at this jazz conference in New York City when I was in 5th grade and open up to the late great Chick Corea. Y'all know what Chick Corea is, y'all should definitely tap into him. But he's one of the top renowned jazz pianists like ever to live type. And
That's crazy.
not yeah, bro, crazy. So we got invited to do that. And as we got that invitation, HBO, they were doing like this special called like the Music and Me or something like that with like just highlighting just talented kids all over the United States. And they were first gonna just focus on one kid in our group, but then when they put it to our summer camp and saw the full group, they were like, "No, we gotta do a whole thing on the group." So they ended up filming us for like about a year and like they did like the summer camp and then they just ended up making a 30-minute documentary about just our group in general and us finding out about us playing in New York. And then they just documented that whole process from finding out, playing in New York, rehearsing, and then finally like doing that show out of New York. That whole experience was crazy. Like I still haven't done anything like close to that. You know what I'm saying? And you can still check out the documentary on HBO, whatever it is now, HBO now, or just whatever the
Yep.
HBO streaming app is. It's up
HBO
there
Max.
right now. Yeah,
Yep.
HBO Max. Yeah, my fault, I ain't got it. But yeah,
Was it was
on HBO
is
Max.
it called like is it called something like about the Louisville Leopards?
It's called Leopards Take Manhattan.
Leopards
Mm,
Take Manhattan. I'm checking that out.
that's its own clip right there, Rashad.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Check it out
That's
right
its own
now.
clip. That's hard. That's
Right.
tough.
Writing it down now.
That's tough. It is. That's hard to top, nigga.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
Real
hard to
quick
top.
before you move on, Marcus.
I'm not.
I wanna speak on something you was talking about, like growing up, especially people that look like us. We don't get to experience stuff outside of a certain box. You know, a lot of black kids, a lot of little black boys, we push towards sports, other stuff, you know what I mean? So, like, it just seems like that puts you on a different track, just even stuff like just joining the Louisville Leopards, the Cub Scouts, like all this stuff that most black boys don't get to experience, if I'm being honest, you know what I mean? So that's dope. That's something I wish I would have did more when I was a kid is
Find things in forms of expression
right. And like
instead of just
music
sports.
and
Yep.
piano or guitar, you know what I mean? Learning something like that. So that's dope that you got to experience that and you see the effect of that from that age. So that's dope.
And my two biggest regrets are not playing baseball, which I should have, and then not quitting playing the violin.
Go
I
ahead.
was starting to read music. I was starting to like. I was really starting to catch something, and then I was like, "Nah, I'd rather go play football."
I'd
Yeah.
rather go run somebody over.
Yeah, I'd rather go run
Right.
some. I'd rather run through a muff.
Right.
He's tripping. He's tripping.
Hey, you was nice to
Nah,
football
but
though. I ain't gonna
it
stunt.
is. I, I was nice. I was.
Mr. Little League Hasman. I
Hey,
don't care what
as I was about to
nobody
say,
say.
I guess we could talk about this with Mace because I don't think Mace noticed. Yeah, I was like in Little League, like I did have one season especially where I was like, nigga, unstoppable. And I did
Yeah.
win the Johnny Unitas, so shout out to the Johnny Unitas board and ceremony and all that, blah, blah, blah. So I got to meet the year that Reggie Bush went crazy, I got to meet Matt Leinart and Chris Redman. So I got a picture with both of them too. So every time I see Matt Leinart, only thing he said to me was, nice shoes, kid. And I just think about that every time. I'm like, I watch him on Fox before the football games. I just be like, that's all you got to say to me, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I
all I
just
got from you,
ran for
Matt.
2,000 yards in a Little League
Right.
season.
I am Kentucky's Reggie Bush.
Yeah,
Is that
right.
what you say to him? Like, shit. He's dating Kim and shit on the low at the time and shit. You feel me? Nah, I don't know. But no, man, it was good times. It was good times. So much appreciated. Much appreciated. Now with the Louisville Leopards, it sounded like y'all talented as hell. So there had to be some anybody pop out and anybody famous, anybody do something besides you, of course.
I feel like what I've done ain't even like close to what other folks have done. It's this girl named Hannah Ford. She's a little bit older than me, but she ended up graduating out of the group, and she ended up being Prince's drummer for a number of years. She was doing her thing.
Gosh.
Yeah, Hannah, she's incredible.
Shout out Hannah.
Yeah, shout out Hannah Ford. And then this other girl, her name's Danny Markham. She's still going crazy to the day. She is in Childish Gambino's band. So like anytime Childish Gambino does a live show, even like on his albums, like she's playing on the albums and she's doing his live shows with him. So yeah, Danny, she still lives in Louisville
Mm.
today. I teach the camps with her. I see her every year. So like she's an amazing person too. So those are like probably the two notable people that like have really done some fire stuff.
That's tough.
Outside of that, it's just fire musicians that come out of the group. You know what I'm saying? They're either doing stuff still in the city or like they've gone out to New York or saying a couple of people out here just doing their things.
I think you on your way to be added
Nah,
to the list. So
as I was about to say, especially as a creative, bro.
that's
Yeah,
You're
no,
doing
that's
some
why I
good
was
work
shaking my
and
head
consistent.
when you was at the beginning. You was saying compared to. I thought you were gonna say compared to what I'm gonna do, and I was like, right,
Let's go.
but
Talk your
yeah,
shit, Mace.
nah,
Yeah,
facts,
right.
compared to
facts, facts.
what's coming for you, I feel like you'll be added to that list.
Nah, absolutely, absolutely. I believe so as well. I appreciate that.
Now, how do we get from Louisville Leopard Mace to Mace God and really starting to, I don't know, just produce things yourself?
I guess like after I graduated Leopards, because at that time, like once you hit sixth grade, after sixth grade, you know, you out of the group. Um, like now
And
they
they
have like
push you
different
out,
groups. Yeah, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? They get you up out of there. But I mean,
right?
it makes sense. But now they've like added more groups, so they have like Steel Leopards. So Steel is it's in a group that plays like the steel drums, and I think
Okay.
that's like an older group. Then they have Studio Leopards to where like they're actually like recording instruments in the studio and coming up with their own songs. And
Mm.
I think that's more like a high school level. So um I wish they would have had that when I was in the group, but you know, we had to pay that way so they could have that. But
I guess I did mess up before we do leave Louisville Leopards. You did say that you help out. So I guess we do gotta talk about that.
yeah. So really bro, since I graduated high school, every summer I go teach at the summer camp that they have every year. It's like 4 weeks of camp. I teach like 2 weeks out of the camp to like first through third graders, sometimes fourth graders. I teach the drum set class with my boy Elijah. And yeah, we just get them right for 2 weeks. They either get interested to want to be in the group or they just come through to catch a vibe for a week, you know what I'm saying, through the summer. But it's just kind of like that experience camp to get them touching the instruments and, you know what I'm saying, seeing this is something that they're interested in. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like we really get them together though. Like, cause I teach two groups of kids. It's 1 week, first set of group, and then the second week is a whole new set of groups.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
new group of kids, and like from Monday to Friday, bro, it's like they go from not being able to play the drums at all, or might maybe being able to play to yeah, we got at least like 3 drum beats that they solid at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, it's always fun to do every year.
Hey, get your kid in there.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
it
Come
Get your
through. You
kid
know what I'm saying? We get them
get your
right.
kid in there. Might polish up a gym. You don't know
Yeah.
what you got. You don't know what you got till you do.
does that feel good to like have a full circle moment? This is what got you to where you at, or at least the foundation for it, and then you
Mhm.
get to go back and you might be teaching the next Forrestt. You know what I mean?
No, facts. Yeah, it's definitely a full circle moment, bro. And just like a humbling experience every time too. Because it's like you just get reminded every time you pull up, like where you came from. Yeah. And I think it makes me wanna be able to pour into it more. Like even when I do get to higher heights, it's like, okay, how since they blessed me so much, like how can I like give back even more? Like once I have more means too, like outside of just teaching.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So yeah, bro. Like it's definitely a good feeling.
I got 2 kids. I got 2 girls, 2 under 2.
Hey,
Now wait, I was about to say, now do the kids is there anything you learned about yourself or you just be like, how do you feel it? Is it a birth control? You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with the kids?
I mean, like there, I feel like there's like a system of communication that's just always like been there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the kids respond to it well. So it's not really hard. And also like it's just simple as look, if y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do, we're not playing the drums. You know what I'm saying? And they all want to play the drums. So like,
Mm,
it's always yeah, for the most part, like they're just excited to play. You know what I'm saying? And like the more excited they are, like I'm excited to teach them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Get your
teacher
kid in
Forrestt.
Louisville Leopards.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. That was a good response. This man, he majored in the art of conflict resolution between the ages of, 10 and 10 or whatever. No, that's good, man. That's what's up. That's really dope. So, no, but I guess to get back on to what I asked you before I interrupted you. So how did we get from Louisville Leopard Maze to, I don't know, recording your first song or
Mace God.
Maze God?
yeah, yeah. We'll go. Let's go to Louisville Leopards, then Mace God, then Mace God to Forest. So
There you go.
yeah. So at the Leopards, I went through middle school. I ended up applying to YPaths and Mayo, and I ended up getting accepted. And I was a percussion major, so I was playing in percussion ensemble, symphonic band, and one ensemble. Like all 4 years of me being there, and like especially during that time, like YPaths is like it's like a college program. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not for the weak. And to be honest, like I almost got kicked out of Mayo my freshman year just because like I wasn't focused. I wasn't like ready for workload. It wasn't anything that I was expecting at all. You know what I'm saying? Like Brown, they kind of let me cruise through there. You know what I'm saying? Without like any like consequences, or they were very like forgiving and lenient. Like when we got to manual, like all that was out the door. It's like either you here to do the work or we gonna
Yes.
find somebody else to replace you. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Uh, when it comes to like YPass, like it definitely was a culture shock, but it was also very good for me because I think and it's still a lot of just core principles as far as like being prepared. What it takes to even get to the stage of performing in front of everybody and how you should feel as far as like a level of readiness before you even touch the stage. So yeah, like it was times where it was embarrassing moments that like I've been in at Wild Pass just like not being prepared. But I feel like by the time I got out of Wild Pass, like I was equipped with everything that I needed, what I'm saying, to succeed just because of um, the teachers and everybody, specifically my percussion teacher, Todd Parker. I gotta give a lot of credit to him. Like he was on me tough, like super tough. Like even, like, to the point I remember my junior year, is like I had always, like, loved playing sports, like, I played basketball all through middle school. I couldn't play in high school because my percussion schedule conflicted with, practice and everything. Uh,
After school.
you know what I'm saying? After school, like, you had to be there to rehearse, and, like, I couldn't do that
Bruh.
and play basketball, so I had to get back up to,
And
be at Y-Pass,
Rashad,
and
they was there as late as we were.
man,
They were there as late as we were, dog. And maybe later. And
yeah,
maybe
not
later
for real.
sometimes,
Like, it's
bro. I'm
times when I
not
That's
ain't leave school till,
crazy.
like,
I'm being
7:30, 8:00.
YPass was
Real
wild.
work.
You was there, you might be there. You might be there for 12 hours, dog.
Nah, for
That's
real, bro.
crazy.
You gotta be back
And get
at
up and do it again.
7:30 in the
And
morning.
get up and do it again.
Right, right.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, yeah, he's being for real. It's a shock.
Yeah,
It's a
bro.
shock. But keep going.
Yeah, so I remember my junior year I decided to play football. I came
Mm-hmm.
in, you know what I'm saying? We game day, everybody wearing their jerseys. I came into my percussion class. Man, my percussion teacher, he pulled me off to the side, had me in the office with my band teacher, and he just gave me the business. He was just like, "How are you gonna find the time to practice football and also percussion ensemble and be ready and this and that?" And like I was already on the track of like not getting prepared as much as I, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't on the same page as everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because I just had a different agenda when I was in high school versus like the people that were
Mm-hmm.
there, and that was just a lesson I had to learn.
Right.
By my senior year, bro, like he was right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot to juggle. It's allowed me to, you know what I'm saying, be hyper focused. So by the time I got to college, I knew I wanted to go to Middle Tennessee State, but I ended up getting a partial scholarship at Indiana University Southeast to play in their band. And when I
Okay.
just got there, I was just like, this ain't really for me. Like, I feel like I was already like the best person in the band, like being a freshman, like the audio
Mm,
engineering classes and like music business classes I was taking. Like I was a freshman in like 300, 400 level classes. And I'm just like, bro, like
mm,
this ain't really challenging. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to have a different college experience
right.
overall. So I ended up transferring to Middle Tennessee State my sophomore year. Like I picked up DJing because of my homies Rosario and Lugs, they had just dropped the tape 603, which was going up on SoundCloud and in the city at the time. And like we were doing local shows. Well, like they first local show was at Haymarket Whiskey Bar. It's over there on Market. I don't know if that's still a bar though. But it's comedy. It was we was on a lineup. It was Rosario and Lugs, Jack Harlow, and then this one dude who was just like on tour, but I don't know who he was.
Hmm.
He had booked them to bring people out for his tour in general. That's my first time meeting Jack, and that's when I was like, okay, Jack, he actually gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? He had everybody in the show going out. I'm like, it's my first time meeting this dude, but like he definitely got something. You know what I'm saying? But just being at the show, like, I just asked him, I'm like, "Yo, y'all need a DJ," you know what I'm saying, "for the show?" And they're like, "Yeah," so shit, I DJ'd the show. I saw him like 10 minutes before they came on, just on, like, record box or some shit, and then from there, I was just like, "Nah, I actually like DJing," and it was kinda something that I wanted to do because I went to this Tyler, the Creator concert, and before Tyler came out, it was at, Mercury Ballroom. Before Tyler came out, Taco did a DJ set, and the way Taco had the crowd going, I'm like, "Damn, this is actually some fire shit. I can see myself doing this." So, that's why I started DJing for, Rosario and Luz. So we just started doing a bunch of stuff
Mm,
around the city. I started DJing up at MTSU, like, a lot of their, like, art events and, like, shows out there, and I ended up linking up with this dude named Breezy. He was doing like a lot of the like black hipster shit in Nashville. Like it's
okay.
stuff that's common now, but like back in like 2015, 2016, 2017, like we wasn't having like art gallery like functions. His ideas were just like very I guess like cutting edge at the time.
Now
Ahead of his time.
he didn't have anything to
Yeah.
do with the Black Farmers Market idea, did he?
Nah,
Okay, I just wanna make sure. That's 2 separate things. I was about to say, I just wanna make sure because I heard about it and I'm like, you talking about it, I'm like, I just gotta make sure because
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
damn,
nah. Bree
my dude's
so I give y'all a quick, like, synopsis of what Breezy was doing. So he had this event called Art House, and he would get, like, probably, like, 5 or 6 artists, rent out an art gallery, and just have their art on display, and, he'll have, like, 2 or 3 different DJs spinning through the night with, like, a food truck outside and, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple clothing vendors, you feel me?
that's
And
dope.
everybody have on solid fits. The people that's into the black people that's into the arts, like, they'll pop out, like, catch all this stuff, but, like, he's mixing stuff, how, like, Selections mix and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he a DJ himself, and this is kinda like when Selection was moving too, so, you know, it's a mix between trap and house and kinda stuff that, like,
Mm,
kind of the blends that you hearing now, you know what I'm saying? But this is going on 10 years ago. He also did
Mhm.
this
mm,
event called Kodak Kickback, where he would hire like 4 different photographers and set up like 3 or 4 different scenes. You know, one scene might be like a schoolroom scene, another scene might be a like turf and like golf scene, and then another one just might be like some cool shit, like with some lights. And literally everybody from Nashville to TSU to MTSU, they'll pull up with they homies, fits, and just flick it up in front of all these different scenes. They'll drop the link to the photos probably like 2 days later. And then now everybody grabbing their photos, posting it on Instagram. And like that's how like the party got big. Like and I used to DJ OddPod. You know what I'm saying?
that's dope.
Yeah. Like just
That's
doing
dope.
that
Creative.
kind of just like my fault, go ahead. I mean go ahead.
No, no, no.
No,
He was
I
just
just said
saying
that's
it's creative.
creative.
Oh, yeah, yeah, my bad, my bad. Yeah, so like I went to my first art house and I was like, damn, I would love to like DJ some shit like this. And one of my homies, they threw an art show in Murfreesboro that they ended up asking me to spin it. So I was spinning there. Breezy pulled up to that and like was fucking with my whole set. So he just came up to me, like, got my information and told me he wanted me to spin the next art house. And I was like, "Oh, shit, is that the first one? I want to do this." I ended up just spinning, like, all his events, like, during my time in Murfreesboro along with a couple other dudes, and that was, like, the whole Mace Guy era. Like, I was doing stuff in Louisville. We did this party or this show called Lit 502 thrown by this girl named Marissa, and it was, like, all the up and coming artists at the time. So it was, like, Rosario Luz, G, Kobe, this dude named David Hayes, Brian Bandit. I might be missing a couple other people, but those are like some of the main folks. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me if I miss you. But I was the DJ for the show, and I remember the show started at like 8 o'clock. Doors opened up at 7, and I had an hour set between 7 and 8. Bro, by 7:20, the shit was filled. Like I still got videos of the shit. And I'm looking at the time, I'm like, damn, it must be almost 8. But I still had like 40 more minutes of the DJ set left. And I'm like, oh shit. So we just got it cracking and like that
Shit.
night, yeah, bro. That shit was crazy. But that night was like a pinnacle night just to me in like the Louisville music scene, especially just on like the rap and R&B side, just as like to where it could be taken to. You know what I'm saying? And then you had groups like the homies pop out, then like some of the names that you seeing now with like Shy, Horse, and all of that's crazy. Otez, you know what I'm saying? All those, all that's crazy too. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Let me see. It's just all the names that you seeing now, you know what I'm saying? Alan Weiss. But, yeah, I felt like that was like without that movement or without that show, I feel like you just wouldn't, I ain't gonna say like it wouldn't be what it is now, but that was just like an eye opener to like what, you know what I'm saying, you get out the city as far as like support. So, yeah, did that, graduated school, moved out here, and I ended up getting an internship with, Atlantic Records. That's why I moved out here. It rolled over into a job, as an engineer, and just, like, my time being up at the studio every day, I was just working on beats and just, like, working on stuff, like, just in my free time, and I remember as I was, like, looking for a new crib because I was staying with my brother for, like, 2 months. He's in the Air Force, so he got restationed to Colorado. I ended up staying with, one of my friends for for like damn near like a week, while I was looking for a new crib. Shout out, uh, Jana, Trey Wells. They let me stay at their spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out Chop 8. Shout
You
out
know what I'm
Chop.
saying? Shout out Chop,
Shout out
man.
the Waddells. Shout out all of them. You know, I was about to say, you know Jana. Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. So no, it was just forever the homies. But it was just cool having, having that connection out here, and they let me crash on the couch for a week. But as I was staying at their spot, I had like passed by like this like a it was like this flower bush. I parked my car by it, but like the bush was like so fire, so I just took a picture of it. And this was when like Visco, like the app was like cracking, and like everybody editing their photos on Visco. So I was like, I just edited the photo on there and kind of just squared it off like an album. And I'm like, nah, this would actually be a crazy album cover. And I'm like, damn, I need to make an EP or like some type of project. So that led me to making my first project, Floral Forest.
Floral.
That I, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But still at that time, like I never like thought about being like an artist as far as like me actually being on the mic. I just wanted to produce and have projects like that. But by that time, like I had already wanted to go by Forrestt, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up putting that first project out. Shout out to everybody that was a part of that. But then the way I started rapping though was I'd be making beats and I'd be sending them out to folks, or like I'd be sending them to my boy, to my cousin Ludes, and like he would never send me anything back. And I'm just like, maybe he don't like understand like how to approach these because you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be making shit to where you gotta like catch a certain cadence to, especially at that time. And I was like, well, let me just try to like make some reference tracks for him just to like, you know what I'm saying, show him what I'm thinking. So like just me making those reference tracks kind of just led to me making my own songs. And I'm just like, this shit kind of sound hard. So I just started, building from there and then ended up putting out my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of like the evolution
That
from
little
the
voice in them. That little voice in them was bubbling.
Nah,
Little
for real.
voice in him was bubbling. It was like, nah, nigga. You might have to keep this for yourself. You have to
Nah,
keep this
literally.
one for yourself.
Exactly.
I wish I would have put out some of those early songs that I did make because like I feel like those are like still fire. You know what I'm saying? Especially to put out at that time.
Hmm.
A lot of those never saw the light.
Remake them. Remake
Right.
them.
Alright.
Just branch off,
Never
stem off or something. Just
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
take
Facts.
Just
take
something.
a
Just a
verse
little bit.
from it or something. A little,
Yeah, just a
some
little,
Nah,
just a
facts.
bars.
little melody or something. Nothing too crazy.
Before we get too far though, I do want to
Yeah.
ask you, like, and this is also for maybe some artists that will watch this interview. You said you got signed by Atlantic, right?
Nah, not a deal. I
Ju-
ain't a good time. I'm
intern.
still independent. I'm still all that. So after I graduated school, my boy Christian McCurdy, he's the founder and owner of Legion, which is a management company for some of the top songwriters in the game today. And he's actually from Louisville too. Well, he's from Clarksville, Tennessee, but he ended up going to high school in Louisville at Brown, and then he ended up going to MTSU as well. He's one of the reasons why I even went to MTSU to
Okay.
begin with. But after I graduated school, I knew he was out here, you know, doing his thing. So I just like texted him, just asking about opportunities because I didn't have anything set up after I graduated college, and so I just texted him like, "Hey, bro, you know anything going on in LA that like I could like apply for?" And he ends up setting me up with this dude named Knowledge, who was the studio manager at the time, and set me up on an email with them. They called me out for an interview. I'm thinking it's a job interview. So like I fly out here thinking I'm like applying for a job. I get out here, they tell me it's an internship, and I'm just like, all right, fuck it. Like, you know, I talked to my brother about it. He was like, look, I'll be here for 2 months, but like you can do whatever you need to do. And that time you can stay here. But after that, you know what I'm saying? So during that 2 month span, I was just at the studio literally from like 1 p.m. to 3 a.m., 1 p.m. to 5 a.m., like every day. You know what I'm saying? Making runs, cleaning the studio. I'd always bring my camera with me because at the time I was like shooting like little content for like homies and shit. And I make sure anytime I go in the studio, like if the artist is cool with it, I'll snap some photos of them, get a little some video of them, and by the time the session's over with, they got at least like 10 photos and like a 15 to 30-second video of their session. That ended up yeah, just allow me to build relationships with artists, and it
Okay.
allowed me to get asked to do some behind the scenes for Roddy Ricch for a couple of his songs that he dropped on his first EP. So he ends up getting signed to Atlantic like around that same time I was interning. And since I was doing that video work, they called me to do some behind the scenes videos for these music videos he was shooting. And I did a whole bunch of that for like a couple of shoots. And then from there, like I started getting sessions as an engineer and just started putting me on a bunch of his sessions, I guess, because what I felt comfortable with. So me doing all his sessions for that period of time, like I ended up recording like half of Feed the Streets too. The top song I
Mhm.
recorded on there was Every Season. They ended up going platinum. Feed the Streets 2 ended up going gold. I think it's about to go platinum. I don't know. They gave him a plaque like last year for like saying they got a platinum plaque, but I don't see it on the web. I don't see it on
Right.
RIAA. So you know what I'm saying?
He's waiting.
Yeah, still waiting on that one. You know, in the moment, like I'm not thinking any of this is about to come from that. Like I'm not thinking about a plaque. I'm not thinking about a hit song. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm just in the moment trying to, you know what I'm saying, seize the opportunity. And but during that whole time, like he's just continually getting bigger and bigger. Like he had the Meek
Right.
Mill stuff. He had, you know what I'm saying, Die Young go off, saying like all that was bubbling. And then, you know, Feed the Streets 2 come out. He's still not like all the way there,
Right.
but like I think that's what like, you know, eventually took him to where he is
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? On
Right.
top of like his next project coming out and going crazy. But
Right.
yeah, that was kind of like the start of everything. And then like I ended up working for Atlantic for 6 years till they closed our studio down like last year, 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah. But outside of that, bro, like I just been as far as like just working as an engineer, like I've worked for Rock Nation, Universal. I worked did sessions with Post Malone Studio. done a lot of just freelance stuff. I just worked with B2K back in December because they working on the album. So, uh,
Mm.
yeah.
And this is all in the context of engineering.
Yeah, yeah, it's just all engineering. It's all
Like,
engineering. But
mhm,
me, I think
dope.
that's another thing that helped me out, like, as an artist, just working with all these high level
Hmm.
artists, like, I'm learning how to, like, structure songs. I'm learning how to, record different ways, you know what I'm saying? And just literally just, like, show up as an artist when I'm realizing, okay, I also have something to tell and I can do it myself as far as, like, recording and make the shit sound good. I already make beats. It's like, nigga, why not? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
it's times
yeah,
where
yeah.
you just get, like, these little, like, Easter eggs of, like, reassurance or, like, you're not even thinking about it, but it's a dude named Derek Milano. He one of the top songwriters. He got both Nicki, Cardi, Megan, like, all the any female rapper, he done probably wrote the top 50 next time. But,
Mm.
as he was emerging as a songwriter, I was doing a lot of his sessions, and I remember one time he was just like, "Forrest, bro, you an artist?" I'm like, "Nah." He was like, and this is before, like, I, like, started, like, rapping and shit. He was like, "I ain't gonna stunt, bro. If you was an artist, I'd sign you right now. Like, you look so much like an art, like, you just look like you got it." And I'm just like, "Damn." And then that was, like, something that kinda just, like, sparked the fire of, "Damn, I should probably, like," you know what I'm saying? I had already put out my project, like, as a producer, and I'm just like, "Well, I already got, like, the brand as an artist started," you know what I'm saying? And, I just started making, like, these new songs, so it's like, "Fuck it, like, let's just lean into it." You feel me?
That little voice started screaming.
Yeah.
I told you, nigga. I told you. Shit, I told you. Nah.
Hey,
What was you gonna
plus, I
say?
ain't gonna say I gotta say this while I'm on here. Marcus, I don't know if you remember, but you high key gave me my first, recording equipment.
Well, I was gonna
That's
wait to the end.
Yeah. Hey, bro, he gave me this USB mic and, like, the foam and shit and the stand, like, it's probably either my senior year of high school or it's, like, probably, like, shortly after you graduated. But I remember that to this day, bro. I pulled up and got that shit from you, and we was definitely using that
And
motherfucker,
for
so
anyone who doesn't know, that's the recording equipment right before me and Rashad went and got some different recording equipment, like a
yeah,
year later maybe, and then we started experimenting ourselves and shit. It's
yep.
cra
that's hard.
you never know. You
Nah,
never know
facts.
where this shit's gonna fall. And I'm like, I'm listening to him and I'm like amazed. I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "For real?" Like, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie, Mason. That's dope.
All of
Your
it.
whole roller coaster all the way up to dude being like, "Yeah, you need to drop something." Like, "Yeah, yeah, you need to go
Yeah,
ahead and you need to, you know, polish yourself off, see what you working with type shit."
Right.
And coming from somebody, who you to, end up doing so much, I know that has to be reassuring. I don't know. Yeah, just reassuring for real.
yeah. I mean, like, I also took it with a grain of salt because, like, you ain't never heard anything that I had dropped any or like, you know, but just
That's
as far
true.
as like a image, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
standpoint,
Right.
like, that do behalf of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, do you look the part? Cool. Now, what's the music sound like though? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like the part that I'm really working on, just polishing. Now it's just like, all right, let's get the music sounding where I know it can go.
Right.
Damn. That's crazy.
The only thing I was gonna say, because you was talking about how you were making these beats, sending them to your people, and you wasn't getting nothing. First off, that's how a lot of producers start rapping. I swear, because you'd be like, "Man, I'm gonna just get on it," and then secondly, like it's almost God pushing you, making the conditions to where you start thinking like, "Hey, I'm gonna just do it," and then people like you just said coming to you and like you look like you rap or whatever, like, and God like pushes you in weird ways. Stuff like, ain't nobody getting on my beats. You know what I mean? I know they pretty
Yeah.
good and
All the way
where you
to
so
all the way to, "Man, you don't rap?" "Nah, you be a
right,
dope
right.
artist." That's what I'm saying. It's like it starts building up to where you kinda like, "Huh." But that is true. I agree with all that. I agree with all that. So on Floor Forest, like you said, you wasn't rapping on that one.
No.
That has Corleone on it though, right?
Yep, yep.
That's still in my rotation today. I don't know, that the Corleone hits. It's
That's
just
a
it's
banger.
just it's just what it is. And then I ain't wanna mispronounce it. He's dope. That's the first time I heard of him. I did not know it was your cousin.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we know Schloob. Schloob killed it. We'll talk about him in another song y'all did later. But did you know when you heard that one? I like, no, don't get me wrong. Like, I like the project as a whole. But did you know when you heard that one, you was like, they snapped on that one?
Yeah, nah, like that one, that's definitely a song that's fire, and uh, I definitely feel like they slapped them. But I don't. To me, that's not even my favorite song off the artist. Like that one is hard, but my favorite song would probably have to be between "Meditate" and Taylor verse. Because I think Taylor verse might be the hardest beat on there, just like for my personal like preference. Just the way I even because I knew how I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like how I started
Mm,
making that isn't how it turned out to be. It was kind of like an accident
mm.
how that started.
Why you say that?
And sometimes like when you just making stuff or like whether it's a beat or a song, sometimes like the most fire shit comes out from you like not trying to like it's actually
Yep.
an accident. Like you
Hmm.
press a button that you didn't mean to press, but you like, hold on, that's actually hard. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yep. There you
So that
go.
was kind of like
But
one of those moments. And
so it's a secret to that one.
yeah, like I feel like Taylor barred that one up and then just like adding the violins on there how I did, I thought that was actually fire.
I think Meditate's a dope track too. That one's
Meditates is
dope
crazy.
too. Meditate is dope. That's like its own like little like world for a second. You feel me? I
Yeah.
don't know. That one, that's a good one too. Go check out Flora Forest on that first project, man. That's a dope one. So how do we get? And then I'm trying to figure out in 2021 because I can't figure out the song drop. But you got Stopped Up, I think, and
Yeah.
then I was slipping, but I found it. The one with you and Rosario. That bangs.
You talking about Long's Liquor?
Yes,
Yeah.
that bang. So he's talking about Rosario. I don't know if did Rosario change his name?
Yeah, he goes by Ruby Waits now.
Okay, I didn't wanna butcher it. Ruby Waits. I saw Rosario not like maybe like a year ago on Bardstown Road. I just had to tell him I was a fan. I was just passing by him. I was just like, "Hey, yo, you make some dope shit." Different
Hell
too.
yeah.
I like how he like he's not afraid to experiment. He's the kind of person who will push like you need people like that to really like push to me
Mhm.
like sound and music and just the whole approach. I think he's dope, artistry dope. How did
Absolutely.
that song come about? Because that to me, I'm like, I'm hearing Floor Forest and I'm like, I can hear like his foundation, right? But then I hear something like that and I'm like, I'm starting to hear the West Coast in my dog.
Yeah.
You feel me? So and then I hear it more and more. So specifically that's you know, was that like your first time that and stopped up like releasing you on the mic?
Yeah, so that was my first yeah, song ever that I dropped, like as far as me being on the mic. And it really happened because I recorded that song while I had COVID and it's like 2010. It's like they were serious about like the 14-day quarantine and shit. So
Mm,
me and two other my homies that I live with, we had COVID all at the same time. But like, we basically lived in like a compound. So we had like two duplexes. Like we were all like in that duplex building. You know what I'm saying? So it was like damn near seven of us in like this duplex. So like
mm,
three of us out of the seven, we all had COVID. Well, we had COVID at the same time. So
damn.
like everybody else was like adamant about us like staying in our rooms and like, you know what I'm saying, not being out in the crib. So I just moved all my equipment in my room. I had, you know what I'm saying, my interface, mic, you know, laptop and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna make something. So then, Montro, he had been sending me beats, and I just ended up just making that about like what I was doing. I'm like, nigga, my nose stopped up. I'm in the room. I can't leave. I'm locked up. Like, so that's just how that came about. And then I was like, fuck it, let's drop this.
So what did that video come much later or were y'all out there breaking the rules?
So it came like everybody got, you know what I'm saying, right? We ended up getting, you know what I'm saying, tested negative. But yeah, I think we filmed that video not too long after that because I mean we had COVID in January, and I think we ended up shooting that video in like May, I want to say, or like either
Okay.
April or May. So it's
Okay.
months after that, but it was still on some like if you got symptoms, like you know, what I'm saying make sure you're getting tested,
Yep.
like it's still that era. But
Yeah.
it's
That's crazy.
2021 by that time, so we like, "Fuck it, like, let's throw this cookout and
Yeah,
shoot
right,
video."
Right.
right. By 2021, I remember we was
Like, I'd take my
itching. We was
chances.
itching. Right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right, right. That's crazy. We was like, fuck it. It is what it is. I didn't had it before. So that's when I noticed, like, I think it was a bar in one of them songs. He said, I started rapping for references. Now my rhymes light up the room.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, so he did. That's why I was like, I had to ask him about the reference part. I figured he'd get to it. He answered it for me, you feel me? But let's see, then we move into Forest Fire.
Like It I think Like It was the first single off that.
Like it? Okay, yeah. Dope ass song.
Okay.
That's when I'm like, was that your first song where you was like really vibing? Is that the one? Is Like It the one where it's like right place with your
Yeah,
top
that's that.
down? Okay, that's okay. I was about to say
Yeah,
that's when
you
you.
tapped in.
that's that's when like you really vibing though. I started and
Mhm.
then I heard more of like the West Coast flair. I don't know if you call it like a vocal synthesizer or whatever you use in the background and shit like that, but I'm like, I started hearing more like that, and I'm like, oh no, Mace is like cool ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really a vibe type shit. Like when it comes to that project, why'd you choose that one as your single or your first single?
It just felt good, like, I feel like it was a easy concept to come up with, like, visual-wise,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I feel like it was easy on the ears, like, I feel like everything else, a part of that project was kinda like, it wasn't, like, single like, I like the songs, but, like, it wasn't, like, single worthy in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, like, as marketable. I feel like that was, like, probably the
But that
most
was
marketable song, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's go ahead and shoot a visual to this and get it up." You know what I'm saying?
yeah, Fire Sign was fire on that mug. That obviously started what came to be of many more fire signs, but that was another vibe. And then what Secondhand Smoke's on that, right?
Yeah, Secondhand Smoke.
Secondhand Smoke. That feels like that feels like you starting to take like the not like the vibe of like meditation or something, but it was like
Yeah.
it was something like in that mode, and conceptually, like, you just talking about, getting away and just blah 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 and just that's I don't know, man. I feel like you start spreading your wings or just start stretching your legs where it was like this ain't just beats, like it starts becoming like a whole like vibe. Like, did you
Mhm.
feel like you like I don't know, not really like turned a new leaf, but what were you going for on that project in comparison to like Floral Forest?
I mean, with that one, I just kinda, like, wanted to, like, number 1, see, can I, like, actually put a project together with just, like, me being the artist, you know what I'm saying, vocally. And then I also just kinda wanted to start to introduce, like, the range of music that I can make as well, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it starts off with, like, a classic, like, hip hop vibe, then we get
Mm,
into, like, the West Coast shit with, Like It, then we get into, the Secondhand Smokes, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And that's, like, more vibey, and then Fire Sign is kinda abstract, you know what I'm
Yep,
saying? And
yep.
then, Burn is like more of like a R&B type shit where I'm kinda singing on there. And
Mhm.
then Elgin Way is like kinda just like that storytelling in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
So
yeah.
I just kinda wanted to like take people through a journey, like, of, like, even just, like, what a fire is, you know what I'm saying? It starts off, like, to where that shit just kinda gets kinda out of hand, and then, like, as the wood burns, it kinda just tapers off into, like, the
Mellows
calm,
out.
it just mellows out, you know what I'm
That's
Hmm.
saying?
dope. That's dope. Easter egging. Easter
That's
Yeah.
egging. I don't even know what to say.
right.
What is on it, of course, Elgin Way. He says Better Way, Big Red, and a bag of Grippos. Now, I love Better Way. It's the spot.
Yeah.
You said you can only get three things from Better Way. You already got your bag of Grippos. You already got your Big Red. What's the third thing you're getting from Better Way?
Shit. I might, like, if I'm feeling wavy, like, I might just get some, like, potato wedges because they got what I'm saying, the little, you feel me, off to the side. So, I'm I might give me,
Yes,
like, some
sir.
wings and some wedges or some shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Look, he go around lunchtime or something. You feel me?
What?
Nice and hot and ready for you, boy.
I think B Fines told me, he was like, I can't remember the conversation we had, but he was like, "No, Better Way is like that, man. You need to go."
Bro, bro, if you from around there, you rep Better Way like it's you feel me?
Bro,
I've
it's a
seen it all the
staple.
time. I don't think I ever stopped
religiously.
in.
Bro, we used to walk there all the time because it's the closest, like, just store, like, to my grandma's house, so they used to drive us over there, but then, like, once we got older, they like, "Alright, y'all can go walk over there," and we would literally and they take $5, grab some
Yup.
snacks, walk right
Right.
back.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Had to ask that. Had to ask it.
Yeah.
See. Now you did 7 songs, I guess A, and then 7 songs B. Did you try to keep it that way on purpose, or did it just happen?
I think it just happened like that, to be honest. Yeah, I ain't really I try not to, like, get too caught up into the numbers. I kinda just, like, try to just keep it at, like, feeling-wise, like, and I think for both of those projects, like, that number just, like, captured what I was trying to capture. Like, I felt like if I
Mm,
would've added any more, it would've felt too long, or, like, if I would've took one away, it probably would've felt a little too short. So, I feel like 7, that's one of my favorite numbers too, so I probably was cool with that, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
I was about
The
to
double
ask, were you on
sevens.
some the number of completion, like
Right, that's
Yeah, I
right.
mean, like, yeah, like that too. Like, I can't lie, like, I do think about stuff like that. Like, I was also born in July, and that's, you know what I'm saying,
Mm,
the 7th month. You know what I'm saying? So,
777.
yeah, like, I feel like 7 has, like, been prevalent, like, throughout my life for real. Like, Carmelo Anthony, that's my favorite basketball player. He switched to the
Mm.
number 7 after 15. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, yeah.
He said there was no meaning at first, but the universe gave it meaning, obviously. He said
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah, like, you wanna add some meaning to it, like, here goes, you know what I'm saying? So, we can
add a
add
little
to it.
spice to it. The intro on part B where it's like you don't drop enough. It's like, yeah, Big Foe definitely feels like a response.
Yeah. No,
That
that's
would tell. It definitely feels like a response. And then getting to Zapdos on that one. That's yeah, it's on that one.
mhm.
2023. You and Schloob went crazy on that one,
Legendary bird, got a number, say the Zapdos.
man.
I
Look,
appreciate it.
you and Schloob went crazy on that one.
For sure.
How did that come about? How was it working with Schloob and the homies? How'd you? Because I know you said you've ran into a show, DJ, Jack, blah blah blah, Lim. But Schloop's done some numbers around here, man. He's alright. He's alright. So it's like, how did that come about? And then do you feel like from that standpoint, like you was like, man, I can keep up with somebody like this on the track. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think around that time, like, everybody was kinda cooking, and I was in the city for during the summertime, and I just pulled up on him, and he was just playing me a bunch of records, you know what I'm saying, seeing, like, if I wanted to hop on some shit, and I ended up hopping on, like, 3 of them, but that was probably, like, one of the hardest ones that I hopped on, and, like, it was his song at first, like, that's why he started the song off, you know what I'm saying, 'cause he kicked that whole shit off, and then after I hopped on it, like, he wasn't doing anything with it, so I'm just like, "Yo, can I use this for the project?" And shit, he was cool with it. So, uh, but it definitely 'cause, Snoop, he had been rapping, like, a lot longer than me at that point, you know what I'm saying? And, like, Snoop just is who he is, like, that nigga is crazy,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
um, you know, being able to hold my own on that song with him, like, it definitely showed me, like, okay, like, we can keep up, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep going, though, you know what I'm saying? So nah, Shlu, that's my dog forever. Shit, we actually cousins. Like we like related to my granddad's side and shit.
My gosh, jeez Louise, bro.
Yeah, man.
Who are you? Your whole family make. He said
Right.
only his granddaddy make music. He's talking about Lou, Schloob,
Family getting
anybody
put
with a
on.
ooh. Right,
Yeah,
that's what I was about to
but like
say.
the whole like Shlu and Juan shit, like we didn't really find that out until I think like I seen their mom at a family reunion one time. They just all connected, and then my granddad ended up telling me how like we was related to them and shit. So yeah,
Gosh, the world is too small, man. And
Uh,
Durance, I was a freshman when he was a senior, so I had class with him,
okay.
Emmanuel.
Shout out
So
Darren.
as shout out Durance, shout out Durance. That's my man right there. He's funny, man.
Yeah.
So what you saying, Rashad?
mess with those Pokemon references on that too. Like I
Mm.
don't know why those stood out to me the most, but I mean
What
the
did
whole
he
song's
say?
fire.
What did he say?
Loop
Like
said something
Boba.
about being a rare Pokemon, a rare
He
bird, and then
and yeah,
he said something about
he's talking
Bulbasaur.
about
So
Zapdos. He's talking about Zapdos,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then he says in the bill for Bulbasaur in the field for battle or something like that?
Yeah, bitch, I feel like Bulbasaur in the
Well,
field for battle,
Right, right.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
alright,
I was
alright.
like, you're right,
And the
right.
visual was
It was
simple, but
dope. Oh, and that one was different. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
so
that because I guess you have something kinda like it, but yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
nah, that video was, like, super easy to put together, like, we literally just shot that on the phone. There's, like, this VHS camera that I'd always use on the phone, and we was on tour. We shot it in, DC,
Okay, I
and
was wondering.
I was just like, "Bro, let's go ahead and, like, knock this video out while we here." So, we was literally the whole time we walking around DC, we just, like, posting it up, like, getting scenes in, and, like, shot a scene on, like, the back of the tour bus, and then I just chopped it up, put it together. I used, like, some of the footage from, like, the show and
Right.
shit. That shit was cool.
That was dope. That was dope.
there's another verse I like too. Before I don't know what tape it was on, Pick Pack.
Oh, yeah, Pick
Um,
Pack, yeah.
Oh,
your
yeah, with
your
him and
cousin
Luz.
your cousin killed it. Your cousin
Bro,
killed that verse.
bro,
I was
he
like,
be
I
bro, his cousin be snapping, bro. I be
mhm.
lightweight, like, I need a verse from that nigga, and I just might sit on it, and it might come out in 2 years or something, but I need something from that nigga. That
Nah, I hope
Yeah,
you
nigga
see
is
this because everybody been trying to get loose to start cooking up, but you know what I'm
uh,
saying? That's on him to do,
don't let
but
me run up on him.
we
Nah,
all need that lose
Imma rob
project.
him for a verse.
right. Now that yeah, that's a dope song too.
I need
Yeah.
16, nigga, right now, nigga. Pick pack, nigga. Meet me in front of
Nah,
pick pack,
for real.
nigga.
But, like, every time, like, I come home to the city and, like, it's like, no like, yeah, we'll start cooking up. Like, I got a couple more songs.
Okay, you need to get back
Yeah,
soon.
we need but we can clip this. We need a project from Luke's. You know what I'm saying?
We
What a Luke's
do.
project.
He's probably like, "Who these 2 niggas extorting me for a
Right,
project?" Yeah, it's the OddPod, nigga. You
Nah,
feel
right.
me? You see me in the streets, nigga. What's up, nigga? Nah, he's dope. Every time he touches the mic, I'm impressed by him.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. Like that's why Carleone is still one of my favorite songs. Like I still in my, you feel me? It's
Mhm.
still in my rotation where it's like it come on, I'm like, I can't change this.
Yeah,
Let that
man.
bitch ride. Snoop
Yeah.
gonna slap, then my man's gonna come in talking about what did he say? DBC from Japan and it's worth it or something like
Yeah,
that. You feel me?
hell yeah. He
I'm
always
like,
talking
I
that
need to
fly
ask
shit.
him. I'm like, I need to ask him, was it really worth it? Like, I don't know why. I gotta ask, bro. I don't know why. The way that bar lingers on me, I'm like, no, was it worth it? No, you act like it was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Nah, that's all dope. So that's cool, man. And speaking of that, like everything y'all got going on with them, like y'all's whole Shively diaspora, diaspora. You feel me? Like you said, I mentioned earlier. I think Shad, you and Luz
Otez,
and
Dom,
Hind.
you know what I'm saying?
Otez, Dom. Is Hendo? He's not
And no,
from.
he like slightly adjacent. He more
Okay,
like South
okay,
Side Airport. You know what I'm saying? And
okay. Yeah, he slide in there. He might slide in there. I'm trying to think who else is from her. That's y'all were just y'all's artistry's dope. Like your artistry's dope, and it's all different.
yeah, I'm not gonna stunt, bro. Like, I actually think Shively got like the most I ain't gonna
Say
say
it.
the most talent out the
Say it.
city, but nah, we Shively
Say it.
producing the niggas, bro. Like
Say it. As I was about to say it.
we curating the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Shively boys. They got the vibes going on with the DJ set. But then like outside of them DJing, like just them as creators, like Otez and
That's what
Shy.
I'm talking about.
Shy's
Oh,
work speaks for
oh,
itself.
oh, my bad. My bad. Horace.
I don't think Horace from Shively.
His people's eye.
Yeah, okay, well then, yeah, shout out my nigga Horace.
Yeah, shout
Horace
out
going
Horace.
crazy
Shout
regardless.
out Horace.
You
Only
know what I'm
reason
saying?
is
He ain't
because
got beef with Shively, but like Horace, you know, he going crazy regardless. But if he from Shively, then I think we under like
his
it's
only
undisputed
reason I
right
say that is because my my parents know his parents. They grew up in the neighborhood together. My parents from Shively. So that's the
now.
only
Okay.
reason I'm saying that. I've never met Horace. You feel me? So he might be like, nigga, you don't know me. I might have grown up, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and put him on Shively, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it on up and go ahead and let somebody compete with Shively real quick on
You know
that
what
one.
I'm
Cause
saying? We'll
y'all
take
got
him.
it. Y'all got something different, and y'all all different. Y'all all can rap, but y'all all creators.
Right.
So I just had to say that. I had to let you talk your shit. Somebody had to say it, and I'm a co-sign it. So
Yeah, man,
Shout out
some in the
Shively, that
water and
motherfucker.
Shively. You feel me? 40216, you dig?
I agree with you, bro. So, where was we? All your beats, man. Like, what is? I guess this will take us into like drop the shit, but like your beats, like I guess we live in such a standard world, like such a I don't even want to say this, but like a YouTube beat kind of, not personally curated as much. Like,
Yeah.
is that what's different with what you have? Is it like your experience, like you said, your different I don't know how you explained it, but all the different music that you learned and how you have all these different rhythms combined. Like, what is it that makes a Forest beat?
Really just gotta move me in some type of way. Like whether I'm producing the beat or like somebody else, you know what I'm saying, produce it and I hop on it. It
Hmm.
just gotta move me. Like I gotta like catch it in some type of way. Like it could be fire beats, but like if like it don't like spark any like story or any type of feeling out of me to like where I feel like I need to say something, then like I can't really vibe with it. I definitely I think it definitely stems from, just like my musical upbringing, just like different rhythms and stuff. It stems from like the type of music I grew up listening to, like around my mom and dad. Like, it's like my dad, he like he's the one who put me on like Marvin Gaye
Mm,
and like the Delphonics and shit. And then like my mom, she like a real big George Clinton, Bootsy
okay.
Collins, psychedelic type vibe.
Yeah.
Frankie Beverly and Mays, Luther Vandross, like
Yeah.
I'm over there with
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So, War,
Yeah.
I
War.
got
Yep.
this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I got man. That's some good stuff.
yeah, like my mom, I ain't gonna lie, my mom's music taste is incredible. Like she has put me on to so much music, like that I now have to like play on a daily. You know what I'm saying? I got a
Mm.
old playlist of just like stuff that I was listening to that she was playing. So
Sounds like Rashad. Don't
Right.
you got an
Not
old school
for
playlist? I was about to say.
for
Yeah, you
sure.
got old school playlist. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
yeah, bro. But just try to like, if something like reminds me of that, or if I feel like I could take it there, like vocally with whatever like beat is provided, then like yeah, that's usually where I'll go.
Not necessarily the sound, but the vibe,
Yeah,
how it resonates with you.
yeah. Or I don't know. It definitely has to do with like the sound too, because like I feel like that's why I resonate with shout out my boy Montro. I feel like that's why I resonate with his beats a lot because like I'm really big into like synthesizers and just like
Mhm.
the grunginess of it. And all his beats are just straight synths. You know what I'm saying? Synths and drums. And I think it's kind of going off, but like that's why Yeezus is like one of my favorite Kanye albums. 808s and Heartbreaks is one of my favorite Kanye albums because like
Yeah.
808s,
the
yes, sir.
synthesizers. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit going crazy. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
if I could
That's
feel
dope.
any of that, like I'll definitely hop on it.
So 808s and Heartbreaks. Is that your top Kanye album?
I
Or
ain't gonna
my
lie,
bad,
I
Yeezus.
ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. 808s is probably that's probably my favorite Kanye album. I ain't gonna snap. Just off, like I had like a legit moment with that album when it came out. Like that
Yeah.
you have moments with all his albums, but like
Right.
I remember just vivid moments with like 808s and Heartbreaks. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Cushion OJ. Like I had
Mm.
like vivid moments with that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like 808s came out around that same time, but to me that's like one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite albums, but as far as like winter albums that I can just like cruise in the cold or like cruise in the snow or just like sit on the porch and look at the snow, like I'm playing 808s and Heartbreak anytime.
That's a good
I'm
one right there.
I'm gonna be honest,
What you
cause
playing? What you
I'm
playing,
I'm
Rashad?
a Kanye fan. When it first came out, I was I don't know. It wasn't
Me too.
trash to me, but I really didn't feel it because I was so into them first Kanye albums. But like as time went on, I was just like, nah, this is
Yeah.
another level. He like reshaped like the game, like with this mixed or this album. Like he, what I mean, everybody like wants to try and make that. Like, and he just did it his way. So
Mhm.
but if you ask me, Marcus, what I'm playing, like as far as a Kanye album,
Yeah. But I mean,
I
pick your winner.
probably
Pick your winner. Pick your winner
graduation.
selection of. I'm surprised
Graduation.
by you. That surprises me. I thought you would have said
But
college
that's a
drop.
fire
I thought
album
you would
though.
have.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. Oh, I love that's my favorite. But I didn't think he would choose. Like I ain't gonna say it's my favorite. It's probably like my best overall. You know, kind of like yeah. But I'm surprised you chose it.
It's on
I was.
it's on that same level as like Man on the Moon to me. Like just it gives me that it's
Mm,
sounds a little different,
I
but it
give you
gives me that
that.
same type of, you know what I mean, just I don't know. Those albums speak to me, but
That's why he took your man off the moon and put him on some good music.
right. We see how that went though.
Nah, shout out to him. Shout out to him. Interesting. It's crazy how Kanye, he just got a hold on that. He got a hold on it. You was there, you was there. If you know, you know. I mean, it is what it is.
Man, shout out,
And
yeah,
and
man. You know what I'm
and, and
saying?
I still and we still celebrate his music, man. It ain't no. Me and Rashad talk about it all the time. Like that's why we laughing about it, talking about it, because like you can't take it away. You can't take it away. The memories away, like you said, being locked in on the album, whether it was dropout, graduation, heartbreaks, Yeezus. Whenever you find yourself on the spectrum, it had a hell of a tangible effect. Like you said on everybody too. Like you said, Rashad, like where
They
we
like
kind of went
shaped.
off of 808 and heartbreaks into I don't know, as you can say modern, you know.
Nah,
Modern
straight up.
day,
Right.
modern
The
day. So
bridge.
it's like
Almost.
it's hard to separate it. If you can't separate it, then don't try to do it just because you try to cancel them. But anyways, that's on another day. But no, I was just saying, drop that shit. Was that in response to your intro on the B side, talking about you need to drop, man. We be waiting on you, man. You be playing for us, man. Da 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 da. Or were you just like, shit? I got a collection of songs. They dope. I want to drop them.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, bro. I'm always in like a space of like damn near like behind of like what I'm currently creating. It's like songs that I be dropping are like 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of wanted to get more current with my drops. Like even like the project I just dropped now, like a lot of the songs I recorded in like 2022, 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even think of like a song that I recorded last year. I think the only song that I recorded recently was Spring off that project.
Okay.
But everything else was old as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I just wanted to get to a point to where like I'm dropping more currently of like where I'm at as an artist now. And so I was like, all right, let me get out some of this music so I can get to Deciduous and get that out the way. Because like I always be like 2, 3 projects ahead, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, just getting music out. Or just like creating. Like I had Deciduous, like that whole concept in mind, like around the time that I wanted to drop Forest Fire. But the only reason I dropped Forest Fire is because my crib was damn near on the verge of burning down because we had this fucking fire like
Okay.
right outside my house.
Did the fires happen before you dropped the project, or was that like a premonition? Did you know you were gonna call it Forest Fire?
I had like the concept, like so, like after I dropped Forest, I was just like I had like a list of concepts that like I want to drop like project wise, like under like the whole Forest EP umbrella. So Forest Fire was like always like a concept that I wanted to run. I just wasn't gonna run at that time. But then, like, bro, we literally chilling in the crib, and like me and Rosario, we like looked out the window, and this bush like had caught on fire. We like, hold on. So we just stepped out on the balcony, and like as we walking out there, like the fire literally just spreading like throughout the whole like bush grass area that's right there. Cause I live right next to a highway. So like it's like a just like trees and grass like that's like right next to the highway, and all that shit just caught on fire out of nowhere. So I don't know if y'all saw, but like I had when I dropped the promo for Forest Fire, there's like videos of like people like running to their cars, and like that's all real footage. You know what I'm saying? Like a shit like right outside my house. You know what I'm saying? So
Shit.
I'm grabbing my studio shit, throwing it in the whip, like, you know what I'm saying? And then at
Shit.
some point, like the firemen pulled up, so like we helping them like fight the shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I never fully left the crib. I just like put all my shit in the car, and they had just installed these fire extinguishers and shit like right outside our crib. So I I broke the glass on one of the hose, sprayed the fence because one of the fence was catching on fire, and the fireman pulled up, told me to hold the fire hose and like hold it down till he went on the other side. So
That's
that's where the video of me like spraying the shit. Then I handed it to him, and he went in like, bro, the shit was a movie, bro. So because we had got all that footage just from like that shit happening, I was just like, nah, this would be some fire fire project. So
Nigga,
I
Forrest
got
was fighting
Forrestt.
fires.
Yeah.
What? That
crazy,
is crazy. That's the best
bro.
promo I've ever heard in my life. No,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry it happened, but I mean, this is like
Like,
we're not paying enough attention to this story
that's what I'm
right here.
saying.
You
Like
feel
the
me?
concept of Forrest and like something like that happens. I mean, that's perfect.
There's no way his auntie shouldn't have been on the news talking about
But that's why I asked her to do to be a part of the promo. 'Cause I'm like, bro,
Right,
that's a fire news story. So
right.
we just like mapped out the shit and like I sent her the script to read off and like she was like, yeah, I'll do it. So she sent it to me and then we just put it together to where it looked like an actual news story.
That's crazy. Life imitating art, art imitating life. See, that's the shit that makes shit so dope, like, to an audience or to whatever. Like, people gotta know that. Like, my man was out here fighting for like, what? That's
Bro, real life. That was incredible. Like just even
bro,
like I can see I see that shit right now, bro. That shit was a movie. Like really
it's
felt like a movie.
crazy, dog.
And then also about you said like some of the stuff you drop in being from 2-3 years ago, it just is a testament to like your music being timeless. Because like some people
That's what I
could
was gonna say too.
some people could make some stuff then and they gotta scrap it because it just ain't relevant. It you know what I mean? Or the sound's outdated or whatever.
Production. That's what I was about to say,
But the
whatever it
fact
is.
you can still drop it and like or you want to drop it and you're like, nah, I still need to get this out. Like that's timeless.
Yeah.
It is. And do you feel like that's an everlasting battle of you trying to k you know, keep up with your creativity and dropping, or do you feel like for a creative, it's just a life you live? Like, 'cause you love creating and the output is the music, the output is this or whatever. So do you feel like it is the battle, or do you feel like you slowly getting there?
I feel like it's partially my fault, bro, because I be holding songs back. But also, it's like I've been correcting that by like saying, "Fuck it, like let's just put it out." You know what I'm saying? Some things I don't put on there because like I might not put on a project just because it doesn't fit the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Of the project,
right.
and it just wouldn't make sense. So I'm just like, okay, we'll save it to when it does make sense. But it be some songs where it's like, nah, we could have let this fly like a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, I think now I'm back in a space to where like I can release more current music, but it's still songs that like from a couple years ago or a year ago, you know what I'm saying? That it's like, nah, well, let's finish these ideas and like get these out too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And now to the deciduous forest. What does deciduous mean?
By definition, it's a plant that sheds its leaves after like the plant matures. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the environment back in Kentucky. You tell me like Kentucky is a deciduous forest. You know what I'm saying? And I just took that concept and applied it to just like life in general to where you'll have seasons to where like, you know what I'm saying, it's like springtime and summertime to where you get like new leaves and it's flourishing, it feels good outside, but then nothing lasts forever, good or bad. So
Mhm.
you reach those times like fall time to where things start to look a little different. It still feel good, but it's like, okay, like it look a little different, it feel different. And then you reach a point to where a lot of those things that you were cherishing, or it might have been bad things that you were experiencing, it's gone now. I just treat those like the leaves. Like all these leaves that you had, like are now gone, and like you're now isolated, facing a period of growth, and it might be cold. You might lose friends, you might lose relationships, you might lose a job, whatever it is. But like you also gonna have a season right after that, which is springtime, to where you have fresh things for you that might be better than the last thing. So I just try to take that concept of like a deciduous environment and apply it to like what I currently or what I just experience on a day to day or year to year life in general.
Did you build that as like your fire concept where you're like it heats up and then it cools off like into an ember with Elgin Way or whatever? Do you feel like this deciduous is a certain season with your banger spring on there, or do you feel like it is the overall process of a leaf in a deciduous forest?
Nah, I think this the project I just dropped is more like the spring summer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's more upbeat, it's more like just feel good music, you know what I'm saying? But like it's
Mhm.
also like tracks on there like they kind of reflect the springtime where it's raining. Like even summertime, like you know how it is in
Mm.
Kentucky. Like
Yep.
you know, my song Windy or I can't even think of the track list right now. But like it's like Windy and something else. Yeah, Woosah, yeah, they like right back
Mhm.
to back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
those are kind of like the reflection of like when it rains and like those thunderstorms, even like in the times where it does feel good and then like it is spring and summer. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna
Mm.
face those thunderstorms to where like, all right, we gotta go inside and like kind of just chill out for a second. You know what I'm saying?
I like having this conversation with you because now I can go back, look at the art with the artist's perspective, and that enlightens me a lot more, not
Yeah,
even on what you're talking about, but the process in which I mean, I don't I feel bad like explaining it this way, but like you just like your vibes, like you are very vibey. So like
I thank you,
it
bro.
allows us to not even like, cause everyone wants to break down words and bars and that blah blah blah, but like I feel like a lot of like your artistry is also placed on like the environment created. You know
The
what I'm saying?
visual.
And with that being said, though, you said it's up, very springy, bangers up to, upbeat kind of. Why'd you choose I or WYM as your intro? Because that is like a very abstract, maybe abstract would be a good word for it in comparison.
Yeah, uh so it stands for what you want. And like, that's honestly probably the oldest song on there. I think I made that in, like, 2021, 2022, and, uh, shout out to Shy, he produced that, and
Okay. Shout out
I wanted
Shy.
to drop it, like, 2 projects ago, something like that, 2 or 3 projects ago, but it just didn't I don't know, it didn't feel right, and I kinda wanted to save it for just, like, a bigger moment because like, at the time that I created it, I just felt like that was one of my best songs at the time, which I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I wish I like would have re-recorded it with like the energy that I have today. Because like to me, like the song's still hard, but I feel like it has the energy of recording versus like what I'm like still with now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it could have like cut across a little better. But however, like it still like set the stage for what I was trying to get across for like the rest of the project because I actually lied. The newest song on that is the Peace, Love, Respect, Money. That was the last song
Mhm.
that I made to that because I had the full project done, but I
Mhm.
didn't have a response for what you want. And the reason I
Mm.
made Peace, Love, Respect, Money because it's like what
I
you
was
want.
yep. Yeah, I
And
know,
it's
as I was about to
okay.
say, yeah, what you yep,
So it's like, okay, we
yep.
all want peace, love, respect, and money. That's like, you know what I'm saying? The main things that I feel like people chase like every day. So that's how that song came about.
Dope ass song. Before I get into peace, love, and respect, and you're right. That was one of my questions. Was that a response to, you know, what you want,
Yeah.
what you want from a nigga? That's hard. I don't know why. That's just hard. That's just hard. But it feels like I'm not gonna lie. Like the off puttingness of the beat. This is just me thinking, right? This has you probably like. How did he get this from this? The offsetting putting of the beat, and with that concept of like in the forest or whatever, like that cover art. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I feel like I walked into a forest, right? Like going on a hike or something. And
Mhm.
like I got beamed up. I got beamed up by something, or like I crossed over into like a new universe. And the response is like a species of like this elevated, like, like whatever, just coming in being like, you know, we come in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all want peace. We all need
Yeah.
love. We all need so it felt that's just the way I felt. So I don't know if you have a response to that, to just being like, damn, for real? I just like you know what I mean? But that's how I felt. And then I opened up into the universe of force.
Yeah. No, that's like a great interpretation because at the end of the day, like that's really what I want to paint and what I like aim to build as I keep releasing. Like I want people to feel like they're stepping into a new world. You know what I'm saying? Like each like project that I drop, I want it to feel like this is the world. That's kind of why I chose the cover art and
Mhm.
like the little promo videos that I was doing. I wanted
Right.
to like feel like, okay, I just arrived to this like new world, and this bridge is like the entrance to this new world. You know what I'm saying? So, and which is called the deciduous forest. You feel me?
Fucking dope.
But like it definitely feels like some like tribal shit. Like the beat is like some like you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
it feels like I ran up on like some, I don't know, what the hotel needs to be talking about, like some, dude, what's the word I'm looking for? Nibiru or something, the mothership or something. You feel me? Like
Nah, facts, facts.
it's like there's somebody comes down, this tall, slanky figure. You feel me? And you're like, who's this? It's like light. You feel me? You can't see who it is, and then it's that nigga, and it's like instead of coming in pieces, it's like we all want peace. It's like
Yeah.
who's this old vibey ass cool ass nigga? You feel me? Nah, but
Uh,
as that's just the way I feel. So
that promo video you did for Deciduous Forest, that shit's dope. Like
that is
specific, like
it's one of my
it,
favorite.
all of yours that you do is dope. But that one, I could like watch over and over. Like it makes
Mm-hmm.
me start to look inside and be like, damn, what's happening in my life that I need to shed? Or you know what I mean? I don't know if he
Yeah.
was going for that, but like it makes me like, well, damn, I need to think about what I need to move forward on or what is shedding in my life. Like I don't know, but it was deep but simple. Like, and that's a lot of stuff you do be I can tell, like you said, it was like, oh, it wasn't even that hard to shoot that or whatever, but like it's what you put in it and what you're saying that makes it deep.
Mm.
No, I appreciate
Yep.
that,
That's
bro.
good.
I feel like that video really got slept on, like, it didn't really get like that
It,
many views, or I don't know. I just feel like it kind of got overlooked. Which, like, it's cool because, like, for you to tell me, you know what I'm saying, you got something from it, like that's what means the most to me. Like, whoever it does reach, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just
Yeah,
hope they get something from it. And
for
that's
sure.
really kind of like the what I wanted to like happen, like just off the concept of the process of the project in general. That's why I kind of released that monologue before, just to like set the stage of like this is what
Yeah,
this means, and this is what like I want you to have in mind as you like just listening to the project and receiving the music. So definitely.
forward the pro whatever it's called at the beginning of the book. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
The
Yeah, just
prologue.
prologue. I was just about to say the prologue. That's what I was about to say. It felt wrong because I was like epilogues at the end. I'm getting
Yeah.
I don't know my prefixes. Anyways, uh, peace, love, and respect. We saw I watched the but for those who are following this, watch the behind the scenes on them creating that. Who is that with you creating a beat?
On Peace, Love, Respect, Money.
Yep.
Hey, my bad. That's my boy Montro. You know what I'm saying? Shout
So
out
that's him.
out of
He's
Lexington,
dope.
Kentucky. You know what I'm saying?
He's dope, dog.
Montro's the truth, bro. Like that's my guy.
I was like, "Who's this? I gotta get my mans on."
Yeah, so he the one who produced Stopped Up and Like It.
Okay.
I can tell. I can
Yeah.
tell now you said that. And then were you out like, PCH when you shot that video?
Yeah. So my boy Dom, shout out Dom Baki. He last time I was in the city before we shot that video, he was just like, bro, we gotta get a visual in. So then I just sent him the project for a drop. I was like, shit, let me know what song you resonate with the most. And he told me that one. So he was like, shit, I'll fly out there and we can just knock it out in one day. And that's literally what he did. Flew out there. I scooped him from the airport. We shot the whole day. We did a couple locations, bought a crib, and then we slid out, yep, on a PCH right there, like down there close to Malibu.
Yeah, that's what I was about to I've only been once, but when I saw it, I was like, "He's out by Malibu."
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Exactly what I
So
thought. That's dope.
and I talk about the PCH a lot. Like, I don't know if it's like I might feel like I talk about it a lot because it's like songs that came out where I'm talking about it, but I feel like I do catch myself on that highway a lot, just like cruising or hitting the beach or like at some campsites that's like off the PCH that I be pulling up to sometimes.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I like that video a lot, bro. I feel like that's one of my favorite ones just because it's simple, but it's shot very well,
Yep.
and it's like at landmarks that I'm posted at frequently or pass by frequently, and it kinda, like, tells a story without, like, being too storylined. You know what I'm saying? I like the way we were able to shoot that in one day and it come together how it did. Like, shout out my boy Don.
It's a dope video. Anyone who wonders where you can get this hat, where else you saw this hat, yeah, it was probably on that, I don't know,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
crushing mine though. Um,
It's all good. We
Force
get you a
Goods, you already
fresh
know.
one.
Hey, no, I'm ordering 2 of them. I need the beige one. That's the one I originally wanted, then you dropped this one, so I just copped this one when you dropped it the first time, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Nah,
yeah.
I'm doubling back, I'm doubling back." Trying to see. That was dope song, dope visuals. You said you didn't wanna be too storyline oriented with that one. Why? Because you knew the most was gonna be storyline oriented? 'Cause that's also another dope ass visual. Like,
Not to be, bro.
you get back. That's what I be talking about. You be leveling up not only your music, but your artistry, your visuals, like whether it's you making it, not blah blah blah. But the most that
That was crazy.
you
The
you
visual.
the both of those visuals, bro. You had to feel it, bro, when you saw it when you was done. You was like,
Nah, it's definitely a solid feeling, bro, just seeing those come together. I actually had the most done before I shot the Peace, Love, Respect, the Money video.
okay, okay, okay.
We shot that, like, damn near we shot that, like, last April, but,
Mm,
that was, like, my first time really, like, getting full crew together and, like, just producing it.
mm,
I don't say a full crew, but,
a
I
crew.
had shout out Roxy, she came in from Dallas to come be in the video with me, and, we had the makeup artist on deck for her. My boy Malik flew in from Vegas, and then we all piled into a van, slid out to, Joshua Tree. I had to rent an Airbnb out there, and we just, like, knocked it out in a couple of days, but, like, that whole experience was crazy, like, everything went well, then, like, once we left the Airbnb to shoot the last scenes with the horses and shit, the car that we had rented, it totally broke down, so and I had rented through Turo, so it wasn't like I could pull up to, like, another enterprise and, like, trade another car.
Right.
Like,
Damn,
Turo it's a whole experience. Here, I'll
damn.
share the story. So, the car breaks down as we shooting the horse scenes. Our boy Aiden, the homegirl Starza, they had went back to the Airbnb because they left something, so they go back and grab the shit. On the way back, I get a call as we shooting. I pick up, I'm like, "Yo," he's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, the car just, like, broke down and it's smoking." And I'm like, "Bro, what did y'all do?" Like, you know?
Right.
So then he was like, "Nothing, bro. Like, it was smoking. It just started smoking and overheating and shit." So he drives it to like a Valvoline, and uh, I guess they tell him that I don't know what they told him, but it was a wrap from there. And I called the people that we rented it from. I had to like file some shit through Turo. They had to like get a tow truck to come get the car and shit. But in the meantime, I'm trying to book a car through Enterprise. That shit not working. You know what I'm saying? And so then now it's getting dark. You feel me? Roxy, she had to catch a plane in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So they telling us to like try to call Ubers. We all the way in Joshua Tree. We gotta get back to Los Angeles. That's like a 2.5 hour, then a 3 hour drive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, what Uber's gonna? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So we waiting at this gas station, bro. And cause like the car, it would drive enough to get certain spots, but like after like a mile, it's overheated. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
we drove it to this gas station. We get like some Subway and shit, and uh, everybody calling Ubers. I'm trying to call an Uber. My boy Malik trying to call an Uber. We finally get 2 Ubers to pull up. Once one Uber pulls up, he canceled. And then we only had one more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a regular car. We got a minivan full of people and gear and bags. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't just get into like one Uber.
Right.
So at that point, we just like, all right, let's send the girls home. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Let them get where they need to go. And like the fellas will thug it out and figure it out. So we send them back in the Uber. So now it's just me, my boy Jairus, my boy Aiden, and Malik. and we couldn't get another Uber because like by now it's like 10:30, ain't nobody trying to do that. So I ended up getting a hotel for us. We ended up staying a day, and then the tow truck finally came like the next day to grab the shit. And then we ended up getting an Uber back to the crib, and like that shit was cool. But it was a whole roller coaster, bro. Like the damn Airbnb lady that we rented it from, she like added a terrible review to my Airbnb account. Like, bro, and we left the
What?
shit smooth. So the
Thought
shit
out of
that happened,
everybody, she was gonna be the most. She's gonna
bro,
cause the most trouble.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's off topic, but like it's just a funny story, bro. Cause
Yeah.
the shoot goes by perfect, bro. We getting fire scenes. You know what I'm saying? You seen the video came out, like everything coming together well. We like, damn, this
Right.
shit fire. And then all this shit happened at the end. And to the point to where the lady, she tried to charge us for like breaking the shower head, which we didn't do. Only thing that was broken in the crib, bro, was I had broke a wine glass like as we was washing dishes, like hit against the sink. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I should have left a note saying that I left the wine glass. Like I just tried to like sit it down on the counter so she could see like, hey, you broke
Right,
this.
right, right, right.
But like everything else, spotless. You know what I'm saying? Like you seen, I broke the damn flower pot in the crib and left a mess. Like I can show y'all the
Right.
picture. We left the crib spotless. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she seen like an alcohol bottle in the damn trash can. Like she said that we left like an excess of trash and all this, and it's like, bro, the only way you could see the trash that we had is if you went to the trash can to like go see this. You know what I'm
That's
saying? But it's like
crazy.
she tried to like frame it to where like in her like review, like she tried to frame it in a way that we was just like left the crib a mess, and I'm just like,
Right. And
bro,
you
y'all
like,
tripping.
I
You know
I
what I'm saying?
left I showed you like whatever.
I
I
know
it's one of
I
them.
know
It's
every time
my I
every time you see that video, you think about that story. You probably
Bro,
don't
no,
even think
dead
about
ass.
the video. You like it's that story for you.
Bro, dead ass, bro. That shit,
niggas
that shit had me tight for a second.
I bet I would have had me tight too. And niggas over here like got me doing the most.
Nah, dead ass. Like, the lady, she was tripping off the flower pot scene that we did because we had brought our own like soil and flowers and flower pots and shit. But they had like their own like flower pots in the back, which I had no knowledge of until we got there. We
Gosh.
we just came prepared. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, nigga, all Joshua Tree is dirt anyways. So, you know what I'm saying? We had some soil on
Right.
the ground in the backyard. Before we left, I kind of just like moved it around so it wasn't like a
Right.
pile of it. But like she said something about us using their soil in flower pots and like leaving a mess of it in the backyard.
Oh, come
I'm like,
on.
nigga, like what you want me to sweep up today?
Hey,
On top
Right.
of the
Me vacuum out there or something? Like, what you
you know what I'm
you want me
saying?
vacuum the dirt in your backyard?
what you want
It's
me to do, bro?
crazy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to
It
say
was
about her, but all
one
I know
thing
is
I'll
I'm a
give her, it was a
what?
nice Airbnb. Like
Nah, it's
Oh,
the
fire Airbnb.
the
Fire
video
Airbnb. I ain't gonna say it.
was nice.
we ain't gonna crush you all the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But yeah,
crazy though.
bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Like he said, he's only thinking about that story now. We over here like, man, that's dope. Blah blah blah. Clapping by the
Hey,
end. By the end, he's like,
I
this
can't
is where
believe
the
that
shit
woman.
started.
Right.
Nah, it dead is. But
Oh shit,
yeah, outside of that
that's
though,
crazy.
bro, like, nah, that's one of my favorite visuals. My boy Malik snapped on just shooting it and coloring it, and
Hmm.
worked well together as far as just like building out the storyline and everything. So yeah, shout out my boy Malik, man.
And before we get off that, like when it comes to because your videos, like I said, get better and better. Like, is this something that you just with each step, like you learn more and you do more, or is it like because like everything, even the outfits, I mean, just everything. Is that what comes with hiring? Like I wouldn't
I
say like
mean,
describe your elevation, but
I think it's just getting better every time. Like you do one video and then like you see things that you can improve on, and for the next one. I think
hmm
like when I shot other videos in the past, it's like I put so much work into like prepping for that. But like you said, like the outfits
hmm
get better. It's like I don't think about like what I'm wearing until like dinner the day of, and then it's like I put something that like a fit together that was mid. It's like it's cool, but it's like if I would have put more thought into this, like this fit could have been way.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like now that you know that's already something that I've had a thought of on the, you know what I'm saying, prior video. It's like, okay, now let's start thinking about like what the fit is, like as we're coming up with the concept and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
uh, and it usually don't even be that hard. It's just like, okay, we can do some simple shit, but like, let's make sure we have the simple shit ready. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think it's just, sharpening it every time you shoot is like, okay, we know we need these things in place, you know what I'm saying? Or let's try to make sure the treatment is all the way ready before we, you know what I'm saying, do XYZ. And I think it's just like, as I keep doing it, bro, it's just like, okay, let's just get better at every step. And the outcome has no choice but to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how to ride horses? Because you look pretty comfortable up there.
I ain't gonna say that was that was my first time riding a horse. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, shout out to my boy Chris, cause he definitely like gave me the, you know what I'm saying, the quick tutorial, like once we got there. And you know what I'm saying? The horse I rode, her name's Wildfire, and she was vibing with me. So he was like, she don't act like that with everybody. So I think my energy was where it needed to be.
It
And you know what I'm
was.
saying? I was just comfortable.
Yeah, and that's the thing about horses. That's the thing about horses. You gotta have that kind of energy. Like they fuck with some cool
Yeah.
energy. You feel me? So as what's up? Because my girl rides horses, rode horses. So I've rode horses a little bit, but that was a beautiful horse though. That was a
Nah,
beautiful
yeah,
horse
yeah,
too.
nah,
On
fire.
top of that, so shout out Wildfire.
That's what I was seeing, and I was like, "Where did he get this damn
This
horse?"
horse, that was about. It didn't come with the Airbnb because otherwise, a lady would have said some bullshit about you left
Right.
my horse hitched to
Right,
the
You didn't
motherfucker.
clean up the shit.
You did, yeah.
right,
You didn't vacuum the shit up in my backyard, right?
Right.
so thankfully, bro, this is a Mustang sanctuary that's located in the Joshua Tree, and just
Mm,
like scouting out different horse ranches that we could have shot at, like that was the best one.
okay.
They gave us just like the best deal and just like services overall, because it was like some in LA that you had to get like some type of permit signed to like shoot with the horses and everything, but then I was like, it'll make more sense if we like shoot this all in like the same essential
Yep.
location. So we found that one, and they were super friendly. They broke it down. They had like a package to where you could do a photo shoot or a video shoot with the horse. And so we ran that package, and you know what I'm saying, I was able to get what we needed.
And then on this record, do you feel like vocally you took a risk, you stepped out, you I don't know, stretch your legs even more? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Like, I mainly be rapping and shit, but
Yep.
like I recorded that song, I think in like 2022, damn near. But
Okay.
it was just like fresh off a situation that I was in. And like
Okay.
I had to beat my boy Shine, my boy from New Zealand. He was working at the studio with, and he had been trying to get some records in. So he had been shot me the beat. But I was sitting in the car like fresh off this conversation that I had, and like the melody hit my head. So I kind of just like voice noted it. I went to the studio for a session that was booked. The session ended up not pulling up, so I was like, "Okay, let's record this song." And I was like, "Shit, let's sing on this hoe." You know,
Nah,
so
it's sounded good for real. And I'm like, my man, she sounded kind of bluesy though. You got a little blue, like you feel me? Like
yeah,
you might have to explore that. You feel me? Might have blues mace on this mud.
yeah,
Um,
man.
and then I think now, Shively Boy, song Robin's Roost. I thought we would have got a Champs on Man Slick before a Robin's Roost. You feel me?
Nah, facts. I feel you. I feel you. Nah, straight up. I mean,
We gonna get a Champs on Man Slick later. That's gonna be
that
part
could
two.
definitely happen in the future, bro. I ain't gonna stunt. I just felt like in my older years, like especially like college and like high school, I was definitely up at Robin's Roots more than Champs, because Champs it then it closed down for a second. Then like when it
Ah, I
was
did
Man
forget it.
Slick,
Yep, it did. Yep, yep.
like
I
it
forgot
turned
about
into
that.
Man Slick, and then
Yep,
it wasn't
yep.
even, to me it wasn't even skate vibes no more. It was just more like a team club. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not mistaken, like ain't that the same spot Trios was? Like isn't Champs Trios
Probably.
Slick the same shit?
I
You know,
can't
make
answer
me
it off the
think it
top
up.
of my head.
I know Chance and Manslick's the same thing, but I think trios might be the same. Like it was three different things.
It was in that building.
I think he's right. I think he's
Yeah,
right. I think he's right.
But it's
I
like,
think
brother,
he's
to me, that was like that's just a teen club. Like at some point, it wasn't even skating no
it
more.
was Oasis. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Oasis. And shit like it. That was look, I know people probably like, "No, no, not the bubble parties, not the set, not the" Nah.
hey, I
Yeah,
damn near
so
make a song about Oasis before.
hey, that shit's gonna be
Hold on.
rocking too, dog. That shit's gonna
What?
be
It was
rocking,
Oasis.
Oasis. Hey, that motherfucker's gonna go up like the shiz, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just feel like ever since I hit like high school, college, like we was definitely rock with Roots more. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the Sunday late night skates. So
Yep.
I don't know. When I got that beat from Private, that's kind of just like the vibe that hit me and just took it there.
Shout out Private. That nigga's clean too.
Yeah, man. Shout out my
That
boy
nigga's
Private.
clean. I just thought that was a perfect, like, you were the perfect person to make that song. Like I said, the vibes, Burger Boy. Like, you never miss when it comes to the Louisville Easter eggs, bro. Like,
Right,
Right.
right.
That's why Metropolitan's my favorite video for real because you hitting everything. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you got everything in there. It's like, for me, it's like home or some shit. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
I definitely just Robin's Roots definitely was like, as a pretty emblematic vibe. That was a pretty, hold on. Who was that DJ was the DJ on in the video?
That was DJ Always.
DJ Always. Shout out to him. My
Yeah.
sister ran in, he was DJing something, and she was like, "Marcus, there's this dude, he's cold, man. His sets is cold." And then I was like, "Yeah, that's the dude from Forrest's that's the dude from Forrest's videos, dog." So shout out to him. Have you always messed with him, or how'd that come about?
Yeah. Like me and always been cool. Uh, yeah, me and always we've been cool for a minute. Especially when I was DJing like at
That's what I was
Taste.
about to say. That's what I figured.
Yeah, so like always he used to be a part of Taste DJs. It was DJ Out Here, Warren, DJ Always,
Shout out out here.
yeah,
Shout out Mike.
Kimbo, and Jay West. They like made up Taste DJs. They used to pull up in the Galaxy
Mm.
shit. And then at the new vintage before they pulled it to the Galaxy. But yes, to pull up, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, a couple times, and just having that DJ community, like I was just cool with him off that. We've been cool since then. But always he like real big in the community. He runs River City Drum Corps. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
he DJs throughout the city, like you know what I'm
Hey,
saying,
y'all
creative.
he's a person, like, interesting person to follow, like, for real, like, he
Mhm.
always got some shit going on, so
Nah, facts.
follow him, our community, man, he's dope, not only his sets, but what he does in the community. Again, a dope song, freaking for most of our childhoods, that's a stamp, you know what I'm saying? It's, like, so culturally rich in Louisville for people who not from here, who may our community who may not be from here. That's definitely the spot, like, if you young, you gotta go there, and then after all that, I ain't gonna lie, my favorite song on the project, you may disagree, I think "Good." That's a
Fine.
dope-ass song.
That's
That's
what's
a
up.
dope-ass the beat, everything, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I love this project more than I, like, have liked any other project. I don't
Mhm.
mean that you like the artist, so you like, da, 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 but,
I feel you.
like I said, you grow with each one, so, like, this one I really fuck with, and "Good," I feel like that is perfect, like, outro, just I don't know, it's a good response track, man. So, I don't know.
Nah, I appreciate that.
I didn't even have a question. That's all I was saying.
Nah,
I just
I
wanna
feel
say
you
it.
though. That's definitely one of my favorite songs. Like that's probably one of the older songs on there too. Like I had a different version before I dropped it, but then like I ended up wanting to like kind of rewrite it. Like it still sound the same, but like I rewrote did the whole first verse before I probably
Okay.
dropped the project, and then I kind of just tweaked the second version just to like make it a little bit more kind, just like how I feel now. But yeah, it was definitely like a just me paying homage to my family. You know what I'm saying? Especially my granddad. That's why I said, "Sonny proud, Imma be fine."
That's what I
Like my
figured.
yeah, like, so my granddad, like, everybody in my family calls him Uncle Sonny or Sonny, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, I don't know, I feel like I try to model just, like, my way of, like, being as a human, like, after him a lot, cause he's just, like, one of the coolest people I know, like, he's just he's always here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him get too riled up. I ain't never seen him like out of character. You know what I'm saying? I just always kept it like zen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's comedy because like
That's
you
dope.
asked me how I got started like with music with sparked
Yep.
found that.
Full
So
circle
yeah,
moment,
that
right?
was really just homage to him and just like everybody else in my family. You know what I'm saying? And a reminder to myself is like, because living in
That's what I
LA,
like.
doing everything that I'm doing is like you can get discouraged like sometimes, and like you never want to compare yourself to like what other people are doing or whatever other people are achieving or attaining. But like it's easy to be like, damn, like when am I going to get to this level? You know what I'm saying? But this is kind of like a reminder, like, nigga, we gonna get there when they get there, but as long as these folks is proud, like we gonna be strict. You know what I'm saying? You do something that makes them discouraged, then okay, that's when you need to worry.
Maybe that's why I like it so much because it's so relatable experience. We all go through it. So we might go through it multiple times, and that accents the journey, the deciduous journey. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like. So that's dope artistry, man. Outside of all the art of music, how in the heck do we get to Forrest Goods? He said, what did he say? You don't get high like this, but I can get fly like this. I can go
Yeah,
design my shit. My whole damn thing. Hey, I had to find a bar that represent like every segue if I could. But no, how we get to Forest Goods from.
basically, bro. So 2020, when COVID hit, everything shut
Mhm.
down. We just in the crib experimenting, making shit. Like we had just got this vinyl
When you say
cutter,
when you
heat
say
press.
we when you say we, is one of those people Miles?
Yeah, yeah, Miles included.
'Cause I was about to say it had to be. It had to be. Shout out Miles, man. I'll be seeing him on this fashion shit.
You know what
Shout
I'm
out
saying? Shout
Miles,
out
man.
Mel. Shout out my boy Sheen. Sheen,
Okay,
he
shout
was
out
in the
Shane.
crib with us.
Okay.
He's on Instagram. His name is Dreaded Center.
Okay.
But we was just in the crib, bro, just like making shit, bro. We had just got this vinyl cutter and heat press. So like we just trying shit, like making shirts. That's how I came up with like the concept for the shorts I ended up dropping. I had these green champion shorts. I had drew the logo that I put on there and then kind of rendered it. Illustrator, my boy Spank Kalen, he helped me like render it as well and add some shit to it. But I ended up taking the design, like running it through like the vinyl shit, cut it out and like press it on these shorts. And like I'm thinking I'm just about to get some best shorts and like run this idea like screen print wise. But then, with Kalen having his manufacturer, he linked us with his manufacturer and I ended up like coming up with the design in Illustrator, sent it to them, got some samples in. I was like, nah, this shit fire. So I just made some tweaks to it and then ended up dropping the shorts and like starting Forest Goods like from those shorts. And those shorts ended up high key going crazy like at that time. Like I sold out the first shipment that I got, ended up restocking, sold out of those. And ended up doing like t-shirts and stuff after that. I did some Sherpa hoodies and sweatpants after that. But I I ended up coming to like a point to where it's like, all right, it was hard for me to like keep up and fund like both businesses, like the music and the clothes. And it's just
Mhm.
like, all right, what do we know like we're for sure good at? You know what I'm saying? Music, the bread and butter. And like even though I'm not where I am, where I want to be right now, or where I want to be then, it's just like I know how to get there, like taking like the music. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up having to put that on the back burner for a second. Make small shit like to take care of home hats and stuff. And like, we did the collab with cherry picking with the Forest Goods juice. And so I've been, just keeping it active, but I am able to get to the spot to where like I'm back pushing that how I was back in like 2022.
So basically, we can expect to see some more in the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to be patient with me for sure. But basically, what I want Forest Goods to be is just like a solid outdoor brand, man. That's fly. You feel me? Like some of the brands that like I look after is like North Face. I think they're like a very solid brand when it comes to making
Sure.
fashionable outdoor gear,
Yep.
outdoor research. They're like based out of Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. But like they make like very simple, uh, just like clothing garments. It's fly though, and you can get a fit off in the nature with it. But just like doing that, like I want to draw my own tents, like camping chairs, camping gear. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to cover anything that it has to do with outdoors. When it gets there, and like intertwine that with like the whole take care of home movement. Take care of home is basically the slogan of Forest Goods. It's kind of like our Nike just do it, but also like make take care of home like its own initiative. So when I get to the point of doing tours and we doing tour stops, I want to do like a take care of home initiative with every stop that I do in each city, and do take care of home benefits back in Louisville to where we doing activations and you know what I'm saying, just empowering the city like through those movements.
Even like the name, Take Care of Home, like it's what you do to a forest. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like everything, like you probably you saying like, be patient with me or whatever. But when you do curating and living life and making life and art and, you know, you're not making it like a standard of business, you know.
It's natural. It's organic.
That's what I was about
Right.
to say. So it's
mhm,
kind of like it as it comes in these many different formats. It's where also, you know, Cub Scout forest meets artistic forest too.
yeah,
So, like,
yeah,
from that point, you even, like
Real.
and that's what I'm saying. So, like, from the beginning to the end, this isn't just a product. This is like an all around the artistic movement, I guess. You doing so many things creatively. You give us a ton of videos. You know what I'm saying? Like when you give us something, you give us something though. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? So it's like, I don't know, when I hear you say that, I'm like, shit, don't apologize to us and don't be an apologist. They
yeah,
keep doing you. You just getting your shit off. You only one man and you doing a whole lot of shit. You feel
yeah,
me?
nah, I appreciate that.
And that leads us into our next one. Never press, juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then where does this come about in your whole process? Because I know when I listen to your bars, I'm like, he does take value in health and he drops vegan bars, and we'll get to that in a second and blah, blah, blah. So where does this part of your life, like where does the juicing come from? Was this like conscious during COVID? Was it just you getting serious about fitness again or something? You know?
Yeah, so like the juicing and just like I feel like overall, like I'm like conscious of like my diet, like what I put into my body, but constantly evolving like how I go about just consuming food. Like for like 5 to 6 years, I was vegetarian. Like I didn't even know meat. Like I just now started implementing meat back into my diet. Damn near last year or like the end of 2024.
Okay.
Um, but I think when it comes to like juices, it's just like eating in general. Uh, just finding like finding out information, like what's good for you, like what's a good way to detox your body, what's a good way to hydrate your body, you know what I'm saying? Like outside of water. Like what are things that you can like add with water to make sure like you're getting proper hydration because all that stems to like how you think. You know what I'm saying? Like what you put
Mm,
in your body is like what you get out of your body. You know what I'm saying? And like and like the things that you get out of your body are also your thoughts. So uh just with like going with, like, the daily battles that I face, you know what I'm saying, just being out here, like, being a black man in America, and then just, like, growing up as a young man, like, I just wanna make sure, like, I'm where I need to be, like, mentally, at least, like, let me make sure my body's performing how I need it to perform, you know what I'm saying? So that's at least, like, getting in the way of, like, what I need to do, you know what I'm saying? And,
Mhm.
uh, when it came to the Forest Goods juice with cherry picking, that was just like a collab that naturally happened
okay.
because I wanted to do a event with them for after I dropped this shit, and they were
Okay.
like, "Yeah, let's do a juice." Yeah, I was like, "Well, let's do these flavors." I kind of wanted like a green juice. I know cucumber hydrates you automatically. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to feel refreshing, so I added like a little bit of mint in there, Fuji apple. I think ginger's in there and coconut water. And coconut water is like one of the top uh things that
Mm-hmm.
hydrate you as well outside of water. So
So do.
I just wanted to like feel super refreshing and I wanted to hydrate you immediately. So that's kind of why I went with those ingredients. And it was supposed to just be like a one off, but then like the night we did it, like we sold out like super fast. So, they bring it back every couple seasons, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I was about to say, so cherry picking goods for our community. Yeah, we have to let us know next time so we can post it. We can do all that. We can promote it too. And
I
then,
Real
got
quick, About the juice, I heard recently, I don't know if this is true, that fruit actually hydrates you better than H2O. I don't like, do you
Yeah,
know much about that?
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, so if I'm wrong, we can take this out. But if I'm not mistaken, so a lot of fruits they have like water is made up of H2O, and the fruits like watermelon, they have
Mhm.
H3Os. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So like that's gonna hydrates you 10 times better, which is it's filled with more electrolytes. So it's not the liquid that's hydrating you, it's the electrolytes within the liquid that's giving you that proper hydration. You could drink 10 bottles of water and still not be
Still
properly hydrated. You know what I'm saying?
that's
So
what that's my weird thing with water, bro. It's like you have to have the perfect, like,
so
combination
also then real quick since
because you'll
you brought
take
that
away.
up, a little
mhm.
conspiracy, just real quick. They saying these water companies like know that and they want you to, just of course buy more. So like I don't know if they're saying it like they are taking something out of it, but like basically what you just said, like you can drink 10 bottles of this, not feel hydrated, but you can go eat some fruit and like it's gonna do what it needs to do immediately. So I
Yeah,
don't
cause
know.
like just like based off the research I've learned, bro, is you want to make sure you're getting water that's like electric. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why, like, they tell you that's
Alive?
why I'm drinking out the glass bottle, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mountain Valley is one of the waters I buy all the time because, like, number 1, it's stored in a glass container, so once they, like, pull this from the spring, you know what I'm saying, it has a longer lifespan being
Shelf
in a
life.
glass bottle, you know what I'm saying, versus, like, being in a plastic bottle that's gonna, like, kill it, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, you feel me? Like, hey, I feel you.
I've
You know what
heard
I'm
it.
saying? Because like at the end of the day, like you might catch me with a crystal geyser or some shit. But like also it's like, man, when I can, like I'm a store, I'm gonna either buy like a Mountain Valley or like when I am storing the water, like try to store it in a glass bottle. And you can like electrify your water too by like throwing some cucumbers in that bitch or like
Yeah.
throwing some
Hey.
throwing some pink Himalayan salt in there. You know what I'm saying? Just to like
Mm,
give it a little boost. So don't quote me, but this is just like because I don't want to make sure I'm giving you like the like it might be something wrong in what I'm saying, but based off like things that I've studied, this is like what I try to implement into what I got.
Okay.
Definitely do your own research, but
Right.
I know everything I'm not saying is wrong because I've done some research. So
no,
But I feel that.
no. I Durham. We never pressed over here. You better not press my nigga over that.
you know what I'm saying.
So
Also,
yeah,
when it comes to like plastic bottles and stuff, like I just feel like that like also exposes you to like microplastics and everything,
Yep,
and that's
for
we
man.
sure.
don't know too much about.
Man, and
Yeah.
See,
that's it's those are so crazy because I think about it all the time because if more microplastics get into water based on the heating and cooling properties, then what happens when those plastic bottles are just sitting in the sun? Like you don't know where those
yeah,
plastic bottles have been sitting in from the warehouse to this to that to
right,
Literally.
blah blah
right.
blah. So how many microplastics even in it by the time you even get to the bottle? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the whole process of it, that's why I'm like,
And I know a little bit about what you're talking about. I'm being lazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I go to Walmart and I'm just like, here, let me grab this 32 pack. But I really need to prioritize that stuff though. Like, you know what I mean? As far as
Not a
not
fact.
drinking out of plastic bottles and stuff. But no, I hear you
Yeah,
though.
like it's gonna run you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm,
the money that I'm spending on water is definitely like a lot more than it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I can get a gallon of Crystal Geyser for like $1.50 versus spending $3 or $2.50 on this, depending on where you get it. But it's like
right.
also I have a better like peace of mind knowing, okay, like I know this water has been protected better versus, you know what I'm saying? And it's like our body is
Yep.
made out of 7% water, so why not give it the best water that you can get versus like some water that could have some plastic up in there. So
Real shit.
that's just my
That's
thought
real
process.
shit. Nope,
Yeah.
that's real shit. And you said you were vegan for a little bit. Do you feel like a difference tangibly, or did you feel one, or you know, from your diet change?
I mean, bro, to be honest, like looking back on it, like I don't really know. Like I think it was good for me overall because
Mhm.
uh like I don't want to sit here and like try to make up some like You know what I'm saying? Just like, oh yeah, I
Just you.
was way more like, nah, I really, to be honest, I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
I think it was good though because it like definitely taught me that like I'm not tied to anything. Like I can give up something like if I need to. You know what I'm saying? I gave up meat for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like to be honest, like I used to smoke weed. Like I
Mhm.
don't smoke weed no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just like being able to just like give up certain things like when you need to. You feel me? And it's just like, okay, fuck it, like let's do that. And I think that's a very key thing about just like moving in life and being able to pivot because it's like there might be certain things that you don't need to do no more, you know what I'm saying, in order to go the right direction. Like the way I look at it is like I don't want anything holding me back from where I need to be, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to delay, you know what I'm saying, the process of getting there, you know what I'm saying? So uh if I feel like there's something holding me back or something that I just don't need in my life anymore, like I just try to do things that keeps my mental sharp. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to give that up when I need to. Like it's not always the easiest thing, but the fact that I did it for so long, it's just like, all right, like we did that. But now, just on like a just on like a health standpoint, is like, all right, like I'm cool with getting like more quality protein back in my life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like also being in LA, like there's a lot more options when it comes to like living a vegetarian style life or like a
Mm.
vegan style life if you want to. But also just like doing more research on like those meat substitutes and everything. It's just like that. I used to like kind of do like the impossible or beyond stuff like when it first was
Yeah.
starting. But then like just doing more research onto that, I was just like, that's not, I'll be better off
Right, just go
steak.
ahead.
You know, like I'd be better off eating these wings, and like especially if they organic. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah. So like I was doing like a lot of beans and like falafel and like
Mm.
garbanzo beans and stuff like
Yep.
that, which was cool. But I'm not gonna stay. Every time I come back home to Kentucky, my mom's just throwing down in the kitchen, or like I pass by Indies or
You
something,
can't
and just like,
Ooh,
come
gosh,
on, bro. Yeah.
gosh. You wanna start some shit.
right.
Right, I'm from right around the
That's
corner.
that's my spot.
You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, it just got to a point to where it's just like, okay, cool. I did this for a period of time, but I don't have to live like this the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because we only get one life, and
See
it's
it
like,
I like that. I like
yeah,
because the prince like, building the discipline, I'm going through, like, a fast and building up to Easter, like, a whole fast, and I fast on Mondays. It's gonna suck
mhm,
waking up tomorrow fast and la da da. But those small things building up that, endurance in those categories and how it translates into, I don't know, like you said, achieving your higher self, not holding yourself back. You feel me?
mhm.
Those are good, really good practices, like, that affect your higher level just of being, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with everything that you're saying on that part for sure.
Yeah, bro. My bad. I just gotta say
Nah,
this though, because like a lot of times, bro, like as like we're like looking to achieve certain things and achieve certain goals, like we always look at like who's holding us back or who, you know what I'm saying? Like it's never looking in the mirror and realizing you're the only person like that's in front of what you're trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? It might be the way you think, a mental thing. It might be your heart posture. You know what I'm saying? God might be saying, "Hey, you're not ready for this because your heart not in the right spot." You know what I'm saying?
yep, that happens a lot.
To be honest, like that's something that's like happened to me. It's like things that I've wanted, but like I've had to
Mm,
get put through situations to like put my heart in the right place. You know what I'm saying? And like that's something that I pray for every day is to like make sure like I have the right heart posture for like the blessings that are on the way for me so I can make sure I receive them correctly and take care of them correctly. You know what I'm saying? But I think
mm,
I,
that's
I think one
that is it.
thing, nah, literally, bro. And I think one thing that gets in a lot of like a lot of people's ways, you know what I'm saying? Because I have been guilty of that as well, is you know what I'm saying, thinking that it's other people stopping you from like your blessings. It's like, bro, what's for you is for you, but you gotta make sure like you are in the right space to get there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Wise words. Wise words, Mace. Now you have a bunch of aliases you drop. Imma name a few. Imma name a few. I don't think these are all of them, but I tried to get them. 'em. Let's see. Forrest Paul Bunyan, Bigfoot Forrest, who we've
Yeah.
seen. Lumberjack Forest,
Yeah.
Forrest Jigsaw, Four Seasons Forest, Forrest Todd Gurley, Lamar Forrest Jackson. I think I miss it.
The tricks Forrest Potter Gryffindor. My nigga.
So, but I'm like, he's got to keep that going. He's got to keep that going, bro. I need more versions of my man. And then for Halloween, he just needs to be like a different version of him each time. Just like, you feel me?
Yeah.
That would be some shit like that. If you know, you know, type shit.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
Bigfoot Forest is my favorite.
Bigfoot Forest. That's what I
was-
was about to say. We're about
That
to
was
go
a
through.
crazy visual. I was like, man, that's dope as hell.
That's what Bigfoot
Never
Forest
show
takes
your
the cake.
face. Never show your
Yeah.
face in your own video. Like, I think of stuff like that too. That's dope.
Yeah.
Right. Like, that's
I
dope.
appreciate it.
Suggestion. After he rode that horse, I'm going with Bass Forrest Reeves. That's just me. Bass Forrest Reeves.
That's Forrest Reeves.
Reeves, that's my man. After the most, I got to give him a new one. So it's just a suggestion. You don't have to take it. I know we.
Nah,
you feel
say
me?
less. Say less. Nah, Bigfoot.
What?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah,
You
good, go ahead.
said something like you said run Forrest or something like that. I was like, okay, so he embraced the Forrest Gump a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to
Nah,
say.
facts. Nah,
Run
I definitely
Forrest.
been embracing the Forrest Gump, references. You know what I'm saying? Especially in like a lot of new stuff that I've been cooking up. So I
Mhm.
hope
Okay,
that,
okay, Rashad.
yeah, I hope that
Right.
that sees the day. But yeah, the Bigfoot Forest definitely probably one of my favorite ones too, though. That
Mhm.
video, like that's probably the one that I probably stepped out the box the most. You know what I'm saying? To try to get a idea off. And it was cool how that came out. But like I see Bigfoot in like Bigfoot Forest. That's kind of why I went with like the Paul Bland shit because he like on some
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
shit too. But I kind of just see that as like the main like character and like the main alias of like what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like as I'm building like this forest world, it's like who's like one of the main people outside of Smokey the Bear that you think of. You know what I'm saying? My boy Bigfoot.
Right.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
is
So we got Sasquatches in here. Yeah, man.
That's dope.
bars. Now, if you don't know my mama, don't call me Mace.
Yeah.
I don't know why that one sticks with me. I don't know why. It's just funny.
It's real
It's
Nah,
real.
it
shit.
It's
stick with a lot of
maybe because it's so real. Because it's like, nigga, don't call me Mark, nigga, if you don't know
That's
my
not how
mama.
you
Nigga.
know me. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. You feel me? So this one's a dope one. Is there a story behind this one? My manager be on BS. He be cutting. What do you say? He be cutting hours. He insecure within himself, abusing all of his power.
Yeah. Yeah.
y'all seen the 50 Cent meme where he's like, me? Why you say me? That's how the manager's like, what did I do?
Man,
Right.
I wrote that in a time, and I don't know if I want to talk about this on this
Nah, it's
interview,
cool. You don't got to. You don't got to. I
but
just had to laugh about it.
yeah, nah, I'll give y'all a quick briefing because basically, like when I was working at the studio, just somebody that worked there we kind of fell out on some about something that wasn't even fair to me. I just like put it that way. Like he basically was insecure and what he had going on and took some words that I said and applied it to his insecurities and like I got
Gosh.
affected from that. So like my
Mm-hmm.
hours at the studio was getting cut all off something that I never even said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'll probably end up talking about that at a later date, but
Yeah.
it's
Because any other words I say probably won't be anything good. Need to
yeah,
posture
I
my heart
agree.
in the right direction.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, I've been trying to just live in a space of like forgiveness. Is like, yeah, that shit was weak, and like I've already had the conversations I needed to have with him about that.
Yeah, we passed that. We rolling past
Yeah,
that.
but he definitely had to catch some bars off that though. I'm not gonna stop.
At the very least, I'm not gonna hit you with nothing but some bars. You feel me? That's it.
Yeah.
And then before get to the end, were you at the Cal game? Or the
No, I was at the
Stanford game?
Stanford game.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. Okay. He was at the Stanford game. Shout out U of L men's, man. Shout out. We do have fans on the West Coast, man. So every time we get the West Coast road trips, I don't expect to see four. I mean, it depends on his schedule or whatnot. But
We're
hey,
gonna try to
you
be in
got
there though.
somebody out there. Hey, shout out, man. We saw you, man. I took a little
Yep.
screenshot, but everybody else
Yeah,
started posting it and everything. I said, let them handle it. I'll save my screenshot for the episode or something like that if we have them. So
yeah,
I still got it. I still got my screenshot. So shout out,
yeah,
gang.
man.
What you been impressed with the Cards this year at basketball? What's your take on it?
I mean, I think we got a very talented squad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, Michael Brown, Kanai Roos, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the squad. But I just don't think we living up to the potential, man. Like, what we got like a
Real.
20-7 record now. Like I watch damn near every game, bro, and it's like just like the way we lost some of those games, even like how we lost up at Stanford. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, some of these games we shouldn't have lost or we shouldn't be.
Nah.
I just feel like Pat Kelsey, we need a signature win. You know what I'm saying? Like UK, like that's a win, but it's like UK not even like that this year. So it's like we need
Don't
like a
cry.
signature
Don't.
win.
He's gonna get me dragged. They are gonna
Bro,
drag me.
you might have to
Bro, did you
explain
see
it
my
to him a
clip?
little bit.
As I was about to say, did you see my clip last week where I said Michael Brown? The way it was clipped, it made it seem like I said that he
He
doesn't
clipped
have a
it, by
sig
the way.
I
This is
clipped it.
he clipped it himself. Clipped himself into a corner.
Fuck you, Rashad. I've been saying, did
It was
nobody give that
him.
detail out yet? Anyways, no. But the way it was clipped made it seem like I said that he hasn't had a signature game yet. And this was after he dropped 45 in North Carolina State. So
Yeah,
niggas was,
they was on you.
They was wilding.
bro, take his mic away, bro. He's gassing, bro. Somebody with like no followers and like following like 7,000 people just pops up and
Yeah,
goes, this ain't the first time he's hated on him. He's
He
a grown
he's
man.
it's a
He's a
grown
grown
man, by the way, going in.
and
dragging.
all I was saying was 29 points is not a signature performance because I've seen him do it before. And he just
Yeah,
did it and we just lost to SMU or whatever. He dropped 29. So that's why I was like, you can say it's a signature game, but you're just saying it because it's UK, and I'm not about to act like UK's this or that. You feel me? Don't get
yeah,
me wrong, 29 points is off the chain. But when I was
facts.
saying signature game, I was just saying something that was like an anomaly, something that's like all gas, like never touch the brakes. 45 points in 40
45
minutes is
points.
that.
That
And
was the
that's
Yeah,
kind
one.
of what they alluded to before the season started of like, well, I know AJ DeBonce is the best player, but on Team USA, Michael Brown was actually the best player. You know what I'm saying? And all
mhm,
these things where you're like, oh, so he's cream of the crop. You feel me?
yeah,
So with these cream of the crop and this freshman class being so good and everything, blah, 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 just everything all together, I was expecting Michael Brown to have a 35-point game because not because of he has to, but because that's his capabilities. He's shown that. He's shown he can go above that. So that was my point. And everyone acted like that I just crapped on Michael Brown. So
nah, but hey, that does sound crazy after you drop 45. It's like,
crazier that I did it. It's crazier that I did it to myself. That's the funniest
Right.
part of it
yeah,
all. Is that I did it. So everyone's like, oh, maybe he just, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, he sent the clip in. The dude with 80,000 followers posted it on his shit. You feel me?
damn.
Yeah, keep in mind this was on 35 KY
KY
Sports.
Sports. Yeah. I
So
don't know if y'all
Damn.
be sick.
Yeah, so they put you out to the wolves.
Hey, but then nah, he's the man. I ain't seen nothing like him before. What did they say? What did they say? Chrysler 300
what you
everything.
talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, uh, there's something about a Phantom, and everybody thinks it's a
Yeah,
Phantom till Chrysler 3 or
yeah,
something like
That's
Chrysler
that.
crazy.
300, until a Bentley pull
Until
up
a
or something,
phantom
yeah.
pull up, right? That's crazy, bro.
That's gonna be me when I pull up on Larry O'Bannon talking about Michael Brown still ain't had a signature game yet, but I'm gonna debate with a nigga who used to play for U of L.
Nah,
Look for
literally.
look for
Right.
look for that in the future, man. We're gonna try to hook
Shout
up
out
with him. Shout out Larry. Shout out Larry. We'll put that
We
in there.
gon'
We're
we
gonna put
gonna
that
try
in
to
there.
hook up with him for real.
We're gonna hook up. Yeah, for real. We ran into him earlier this year. So we're gonna try to hook up with him and I don't know. Transgender. Some of them are guys. Oh, we're gonna try to get it, man. Maybe we can somehow cross pollinate. You know, maybe you're gonna jump on with us one time eventually. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Say
So
no.
that's what we trying to do. We trying to create some intersectionality within the whole. You digs?
The community.
All right,
Full of
Forrest.
legends right there.
We done took up a lot of your time, man. We appreciate you. LostInTheForest.com for dope ass hats. Take care of home. The whole
Yeah, I need a
initiative
shirt.
behind.
I need a shirt. I love shirts, by
Yeah,
the way, so I
I
need
got you.
something.
We got some shirts on the way. I got you.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect. Y'all heard the man. Got stuff on the way. Just tap in and follow Mace on all platforms because this isn't necessarily just about music. Like he said, the juice comes in seasonally. All parts of life that that turns into art under his thumbprint. Just don't miss it because it is something to be enjoyed. It's something that to me is one of the better, just organic all around movements. We talked about all the Shavely boys, man. Shout out to all them. I can't name them all, but shout out to everything that y'all doing. Thank you for jumping on with us, giving us the journey, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all having me, man. I haven't done a pod in a minute, so you know what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all having me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Keep out
sir.
to everybody out of Shively. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep pushing it.
Look, my guy's a vibe. Check out his music. Born and raised in Kentucky. You might see him in Cali. From the KY, not the holla. Mister, I might go to the hills. Riding with the top down. I'm in the Ville. Pop in, pop out. 40216 on South and Terrace. When the Baskin Robbins was over there, quit playing with me. Shout out to DJ Dixie Highway, by the way. Shout out
Yes,
Dom D.
sir.
Louisville Leopards own, man. DuPont Manual Brown's own. Middle Tennessee State's own, man. Atlantic Records. I mean, just with all of it, go support, man. Go support something fucking dope. If he's on the iPod and we so excited about this, believe me, you should be too. So, with all that being said, how you getting chicken and you ain't saying grace? How you waking up every day and you ain't saying thanks? So, thank you, my guy.